TV is $800. So how much are you going to pay him?
Well, he had asked me originally for $300 or $400.
And originally you said, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Judging for the plate.
Right, guys, this is going to be a very, very, very openly short live. So it will probably go on all night. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. We all don't know. But it is what it is. The answer, what's happening, son? Bergman, what's happening, son? Is that Bergman? Is that our Bergman? What is it? Why ain't Bergman? Only a boy. Hold on. Bergman. Hold on. Is that our Spunky? More. Go on, Bobby. Found Bergman, all you guys. What's going on? What is happening? What's the skinny? What's the score? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you contemplating knocking on someone's door? What's happened there? Couldn't be more crazy, could it? There you go. John O'Connell, Barrow, Beyonce, Bergman, Baron, Stunts, UK lady. And who was first? You got the Bergman. You got the Beyonce, the winner. So go on, guys. What's going on? What's the apple? What's the skinny? What's the score? Are you happy tonight? That is live. God, I was a bit bored, so I thought I'd throw a quick 5 see what's happening. Who's down. So, how do we start this off? How do we start the ball rolling? Eh? What do you want to talk about, guys? You want to talk about smashing people's heads in? Yes. What can I say? It's been raining most of the day. Took Tyson out. Fell a bit sick. Come on. Got sort of pulled into a 69, which kind of freaked me out a little. Midfielder, you know. I went and speak to the devil they shot a bloody arrive. You know, big up, niggy. Yeah, and yeah, so that was a bit weird. So when I had pie mash, I just had to like try to get a little tip, couldn't get one. Took Tyson out for a poo, wiped his ass, come back in, sitting here, thought, let's go and talk to a load of nutcase weirdos who are just as weird as I am. Big up the reef, man, what's on? So, and that's what I've done, really. That's exactly what I've done. And that is me in a nutshell, and that is my day in a nutshell. So, what can I say? What can I do? Crazy. I just started going a song there, guys, and you don't really want that from me. Like a cat's chorus, I've been told, but pretty rough. Pretty rough. So, you know, what you up to, Rick? Big up, Rick. You know, come up, Reese. How are you, Reese? Anyway, mate, I hope you're feeling better after a little all feel. Good night, Jono. Sleep well, brother. Sleep well. Hope you sleep well, bro. Oh, yeah. You still got your guitar, Spunkish. I used to use Spunkish's music for my videos, man. You have to send me some more. Hi, Louise. Hello, sweetie. Bringing you up now, son. What's happening, niggy?
I'll be if it ain't old Jamie. JJ. Jamie. Where am I? So I've been in bed.
No, that's quite a compliment. He's a young man, and I know I look very young.
Yeah, it's because you're attractive, isn't it? I keep getting confused. So yeah, how are you, man?
What can I say? I'm doing all right, mate. getting a bit old, but you're doing all right. You know,
Oh,
the one
that's weird.
you know what it's like when you're getting old.
Well, yeah. Last time we spoke, I've either taken too many of one or not enough of something.
Peter, hello, mate.
Been in bed since we spoke. JJ, 24 hours in bed. Boom.
Peter, listen, mate, you're very welcome on my panel always, all right? I've not have it no other way. You're very welcome. I don't think you always had a good chat. But yeah.
Your mic's a little quiet tonight, JJ.
My mic is quiet. Hey, can you hear it now? Is that loud?
Yeah,
After I was talking into my phone, I forgot I was on the fucking laptop. I'm on donut. You know what I'm like? Come on.
yeah, I'm finding out, JJ.
Edit audio. How do I do that? Oh, it ain't done there, is it? It's done here. Edit the audio. Audio.
Hi,
No,
guys.
it's up full. It's up full, brother. So this is as loud as it's going to get.
Oh, never mind.
I've just got to talk more over that way than this way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Instead of
over that
talking
way.
into my phone, I've got
Yeah.
to talk into my laptop. You know what I'm saying? So I have to look at my phone to see what's written in the chat.
Is there any sign of your anvil in the post yet, mate?
No, it should be here. I don't know. You never know with that Japanese stuff. It'll take, is it Japanese?
Yeah.
I'm
You'll have forgotten.
trying it, yeah, so it can take a few weeks.
We'll
You
have
know?
both forgotten about it by the time it arrives.
You know what I'm saying? I forgot. I would have totally forgotten. I've even got an order, and then it come. And I think, wow,
Yeah.
all the time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Who's done this? Who done that? But there you go. There you go. It's what it is. Yeah.
So, hi, chatteroonies. Good to see you guys.
Who we got there? Anyone new coming? Anyone? No? Paul C. Big up to Paul C all day long.
Yeah, somebody come up now. Come up and sing.
Subscribe to Paul C. He's the best deck man on YouTube. Don't care what anyone says. He's techno crazy and techno brilliant.
He really is as well. I was surprised. I'm not really into that stuff, but I went and tuned in. I did the tune in thing, man, and he's just really, really good at it. As well.
Oh, no. Spot on. Deck man.
Yeah.
Definitely deck man on you. That's
Some
it.
talent knocking about.
Supported him from day one, and I will continue to support him because he's a bloody little diamond. Go on.
Cool.
Love it.
Hooly hooly.
Here we go. Here we go.
God. First cup of tea of the day, mate. Do you know, I've just got up. The computer, I'd left the computer on when I fell asleep, so I got up and I saw you were live.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'll flick it.
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw a little live to see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? There it goes. I just wasn't. I mean, I threw a live last night, but it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
I just weren't.
Oh, you went to bed again, didn't you? Yes, I remember now. Yeah, just a short one, didn't you?
Give me a sec while I just go to the toilet, mate. Want to keep it going for a sec?
Of course, yeah. So yeah, guys, we're when he gets his thing, his anvil, it'd be handy. It'd be cool if somebody else was buy one of these as well. And we're going to turn things into rings. Well, we're filling in. Not that you haven't seen it before, but it's coming on now. I had a little go at it a couple of days ago. Where's the thing? There it is. So you can see it's coming on now from. So that was something like that the last time you looked at it. This is a similar one. Like that. But now it's taken a right good hammer because you could see the writing down one side. And now I've given it a right good hammering. And you can see it's reasonably flat now.
Ring piece you've been playing with. All I heard was I'm doing a ring piece and I'm going to hammer it.
Yeah, I'm going to hammer this ring. I've been hammering this ring piece for ages, mate. What do you think? It's coming. It's nice. It's gone much bigger again. Obviously, it's stretching, but we're nearly there. It's almost square on these edges now.
Right.
We're getting there. Just little bits of.
I can get that bump. Don't say it was Migsy.
But we'll get there. The next thing is going to cut it down to size and put it on one of those things to.
Have you rounded it off?
Eh?
Let me have a look at that ring properly. Let me put you on solo. Hold on. I want to see it. Is it rounded off? That's nice, man. That's actually nice.
It's coming, isn't it?
You can dip it in gold or something.
No, well, there's no need because it's a brass. It's some kind of a brass alloy, so it'll stay shiny like this. You can see there's a bit of a kink in it there, but I can't bloody do it with these working backwards. But it just needs to go on a thing now and get made properly round and then shrunk.
You should shave it all the way around and right along the side of it, one ring to rule them all.
Yeah, it's coming though, eh? I've got to do the inside.
No, what's it called? Oh, I don't know what it's called.
I've lost it. I'll start again. No, I've got to do the inside yet, but that's it. The job's coming.
Listen, you're doing a bloody good job, mate.
It's coming, isn't it? It's first time I've tried it.
Yeah, it's a business.
Really cool.
Yeah, but I've only just got an anvil because you've got one. I'll do that.
Yeah, I know that.
Probably use it.
But we'll sit and tink together, JJ. It'll be cool.
Oh, good night, Spunkfish, mate. Enjoy your night, brother. Enjoy your night. Yeah, so it is what it is.
So yeah, it's going well.
It is what it ain't.
That's not his dog moaning at Queen. Somebody saying, no, listen to his dog. It's mine. He's playing. Can you hear him? Because I'm a lion again. And he knows this treat.
That's not Tyson. He just snores. If you hear Tyson, you hear him snoring.
He knows this in the back in the kitchen, and that's what he gets when I'm online. So he's being a bit of a boy again, aren't you, Abe?
Yeah. All right, Ninja. Come on, Ninja. Sorry. Hello, sweetie. Yeah, not Tyson. You'll hear him snoring, definitely. Why am I holding my phone near him when I'm only looking on the phone? I'm teaching thinking I'm on the phone. No, I'm not. I'm on a laptop. Iggy, I'm getting old.
We're both getting old, my friend.
Keep an eye on me, seeing you're my big brother. And you're,
Come find it.
you're sort of in your 70s, isn't you?
Where is it? I don't know. Find it yourself. Those are the treats you did. Go on.
Abe, innit? Abe, your dog's name, innit?
Oh,
Abe?
sorry? Abe?
His name's Abe, innit?
He's talking to you. Shut Abe.
Woof! Woof!
Stop it now.
Woof! Woof!
He's looking at you. Go, what the fuck?
Yeah, fucking Migsy, mate. Migsy. Started off this 69 business. Yeah, and he's got your Paul saying on the thing, we was going to 69 Migsy. Don't bring that, anyway, listen, don't bring that over here. That was Beyonce done that. Don't bring that over here. Hello, Louise. I didn't know you was there. Hello.
I'm shocked and stunned.
Guys,
Where is it?
Barnacles, hello, brother. Guys, everyone wish Spunkfish a good night. He wants to get his head down. So, good night, Spunkfish. Enjoy your night, brother. Oh, where have you gone? You're not detective. What's happened? What you done to yourself? It's not detective. Miggy, you've done something to it. Come back up. Oh, what he's done to it, I can't get him back up. It just says device not connected. Your device is not connected, Diggy. You've got to connect it. There it is, connected now. There you go. You went off and it said device not connected.
Yeah, I think I must have caught the wires with my foot. Hey, where's your toy, Bubs? Oh, I don't know.
You, Beyonce, you've done it. You started it. Right? I'll have you, Beyonce.
Oh, you talk so much, you know. Right. So look.
Can't believe people do this to me.
Looking for his toy.
My most trusted supermods, and they do this to me. Oh, I can't believe it. Hello, Susie. Hello, sweetie. Hope you're okay. Vanda. Hello, my little darling. My little
He's in the right panic now. We can't find his toy.
Oh, yeah. Paul down in the house, Come on, Paul. You're going to come up and have a chat with me. Ain't been on my panel. Go on, Paul Dan. Big man.
Come on, Abe. It's not in your to find it, man. It's your job.
Oh, yes. I'll just do it again then, right? That's what I'll do. For the big hitters, yeah.
I can see it. Okay.
Hitters.
That's it.
There you go. No way. Gladiator 2's on. Big up, Ice. Is it just a trailer or is the whole film out, Ice?
Get off.
I've been waiting for that for many years. Gladiator
So I just
2.
had to go out in my bare feet, man, because he wouldn't pick it up from outside.
Yes, that's called senility.
That's called You're the Mug. You go and get it.
Yeah, they do. They mug me and you right off, don't they?
Don't they? Yeah, it was out in the garden, soaking wet because it's raining.
I don't think we're the alpha males, do you?
Right to it, sniffed it and barked and came in again.
Oh, I think they're large and in charge. And as we say that, I bet Sean Pumpkin, UK Transparency, is saying, "Hey, Tyson, you're Tyson's bitch." Oh, right there.
Soaking wet.
Ain't at all, man. Just a trailer for now. That means it'll be out soon, nice. I can't wait for that.
What's that?
Gladiator 2. Know the film Gladiator?
Yeah. Oh, the old one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Gladiator 2, the trailers are out now, so that means the film will be out soon.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
That was epic, wasn't it? That film.
Yeah.
Flipping epic.
Yeah. Oh, Ashley's here, yeah. Ashley's definitely here, mate.
There we go.
John O'Connor, he's underneath you now.
Go get him, flipping AB.
He's in between you, actually. Oh, don't start that off. That'll start fucking
That was horrible.
Beyonce off. And start
hello.
bringing spit roast into it next to you. What?
That's him with his toilet. Happy days for Abe.
You
Oh,
what?
he's not happy. It's wet still. See, I didn't dry it for him. Fucking particular dog. Go and dry it.
I've had Great Danes, Beyonce, and I've had a few Mastiffs and all that. With partners and that. I mean, mum and dad are the Danes. You know,
70 kilos.
they're very 70 kilo cane corky. He's got cane corky.
About the size of this one.
Beautiful dog. Beyonce, you can have to send me a few vids, man, of your dogs running about for my channel. I ain't had your dogs on my channel yet.
I want to see your dogs.
Just a little bit of it. Yeah.
Who is your dog? He's a Vander. He's a
No, he got some good videos.
He's a bulldog. He's a what's he called?
Fancy bulldog. You told me the name.
Alapa.
Alalapa. That's it.
Alapa blue blood bulldog. That's it.
Yeah.
My memory's not.
You know what? I
It's
was looking at them, you know. I'd
He's
love to get another dog like that. I'd have one of them.
What, a big one like this?
Yeah, I'd have it another, yeah, but Tyson won't
Yeah.
have it. Man. Tyson
Hi, John.
Another dog, yeah.
He's an absolute lovely hound, mate. He's
Yeah,
been
some
cuddling
big people coming down again. My son's got a
video last
beagle.
4 hours, mate, and he's been cuddling me all the time.
But, I doubt if he'd let another dog in here to stay, you know, to be part of me, be too jealous.
Yeah.
And Tyson would always come first. You know what I mean? He's my boy, isn't he?
Yeah. So Vander, he's what happened when the Bulldogs got taken to America originally on the boats, and then this is what happened to them when the Americans got hold of them and turned them into cattle dogs and stuff. They turned them into dogs like these, just beautiful dogs.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
It's like another person. It is.
it really is. Really
Pain in the butt, but I love him so much.
cool. Cool. How can't you love
He's got a bigger chest than I have now.
How can't you love them and be, you know, give them everything they want? They don't live long, do they?
No, they don't, sadly. Still, keep him busy while he's here, eh? Keep his brain going while he is here.
But
No, they don't, do they? 10 or 13 years or so. It's not
she's got, she's got,
you brindle bitch. Of course. Oh, have you?
yeah, look, that's what the answer's got, man. Two big old eyes. I've seen a few videos on.
Around here, you
I've got
know.
a couple of like videos that I can make videos with for these dogs. I ain't had these dogs on mine yet.
Oh, lovely Beyonce.
Beautiful dog. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, you need to send me a bloody one of your dogs as well, so I can make a video of your dog doing some things on my big channel.
I should have taken some the other day, you know. When
Yeah, do them, send it to me.
Yeah.
I'll have to
wait for me lad to come back. We'll take him back up the river. I'll take some then.
get someone will sort out an email for you, and then I'll send him a number, and you can send him on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Shorts is best for mine, because you know, you don't get anything, got to be about 40 seconds, just little things like that, you know what I mean? I like, and you can do one for a few minutes, you know what I mean? I'll do a video as well.
Yeah.
we'll do that. But I do like the little shorts. They seem to do better on my channel for some reason. I don't know why. But they do.
Yeah, Vonda, I had lurchers too. I always used to have lurchers, long dogs, always running dogs. This is the first time I've tried. I was given this. So this is the first time I've had one of these.
That's my mate.
They are different, so different.
He's got a greyhound pit bull. Bloody lovely, my mate, called Bonzo. That's the one, the videos I put up there and again, called Bonzo.
Yeah.
God,
My
he's
lad
that
had a couple of
dog,
them.
and it's massive. It's massive.
Yeah. My lad had a couple of them. He used to go hunting with them back in the days.
Muscles not falling out their backside, man. It's just quite a big dog. A greyhound, but muscly like a big up, Dodge, big up, but muscly like a pit bull, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful dog. Absolutely.
Yeah, Vonda, there's nothing like watching a running dog doing what it loves best, chasing stuff and just running for pleasure. It's one of life's real pleasures, isn't it? Watching running dogs run for fun.
Come on.
I had the last one I had was a greyhound. Rescued him, but I only had him a couple of years before he died, sadly. But he was just different again. That was like having a teenager around the house.
Boy.
This big lanky thing lying all over the sofa and stuff. I had to teach him. Do you know, JJ? They have such a life. Them fucking those racing greyhounds. I had to teach this man how to go upstairs, up and downstairs, mate.
What a Saluki Grand.
He'd never been indoors ever.
They're a beautiful dog, a Saluki Grand.
Yeah.
They run forever in Egypt and Saudi Arabia and all that. They're made for the sand, really.
Yeah.
But they can just run forever in the most high temperatures, and they're long furred as well. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Big long fur, and they can just run and run and run for miles upon miles upon miles.
Get back. Hey, get down. You don't need any more now. Go.
That's what makes a good lurcher, Saluki Grand. Beautiful. Get a Saluki Grand, mix them up, and then get a Saluki Grand cross kit. I reckon will be. I'll look at him. Look.
He doesn't think he's had enough.
Yeah, look.
So there wasn't enough treats in that thing that time.
He's beautiful. He
Well,
looks
you
at that person looks at me and you say, everything's your fault.
Those are the treats, you
Hello,
know.
Abe. What's happening, Abe? You all right, son? It's beautiful, isn't it?
He should wear a collar, a tie, shouldn't he? Should look like.
Yeah. I've done that with Tyson, I put a collar on Tyson for his birthday.
Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat?
Oh, yeah.
Just one. You're a good boy.
How beautiful are you?
He's cool, mate. He's so lovely. Big old chops. Look at this state of this.
Choppy, choppy, choppy. All day long. Big up, Detective, brother.
He's my
Why have
beautiful.
you got a green tomato, Detective? You've normally got a red tomato. Is that how you do it?
My goodness.
I think that's what it wants to be.
It's
Yep,
tomato
that's
season
tomato.
again. You see lots of green ones on the plants at the moment.
We've got a green tomato, man. You know?
You can't have them, no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Right, who's this Johnny guy? Does everyone know him? Does everyone know how Johnny is? Anyone back for Johnny?
Don't know. Don't know if I can. It's Johnny. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Go away. You know anyone can vouch for me?
Drool much? No, he doesn't. Beyonce,
No,
I'm really looking.
I
He's
don't
not
know.
a slob of chops like that.
I can't be blowing up at the moment, so I think I know.
But he is a lovely
What?
boy. He's fucking lovely. Right, yeah.
Pay him, boy. Pay him, boy. I got him, boy.
Come on, Red.
Who's taking there? Who's there?
He's like this when we watch telly sometimes. He likes to sit here.
Fucking lovely.
I don't know why it changed to Dennis either, but like, nice. How are you? He must look like someone you know called Dennis.
Dennis.
look like someone called Dennis.
Yeah.
Can't they all believe that if they stare hard enough at treats, they'll somehow float into their mouth or something, don't they?
Every time
You're a treat starer.
to cry.
What, you want a treat for that? Fucking hell.
I would definitely
Let's
die.
count the times I'm about to set out to here. Ah! I'll take these out. I'll put these in.
Pack it in, boy. Stop it. Come up here. Come here.
These, mate. You're getting told.
Come and talk to Abe. That's good. Do that now. Go through. It's late, boy. Oh, you're not going to be on too long. I'm not going to keep you open,
I
right?
don't. Where's your toy? Fetch it. Fetch your toy. Where have you put it, man? Oh, come on. I'm not getting up for you this time. Where have you put your toy? You had it here. Where did you put your toy? It's not on there, is it? It's not on there where the treats are. Find it. It's there, you lazy dog. You lazy animal. Fetch it. Fetch it. Come on, fetch. Are you still moaning? It's wet. That's pathetic. Ah, don't touch. And I'm not looking. Don't touch when I'm not looking.
Right there, that's it. No more. You being good, Abe? What you up to?
Did you touch anything when I was not there?
That's a big dog.
Did you touch anything? Okay.
You seen the size of them? Look at them Newfoundlands.
Oh, they're lovely, aren't they?
Oh, beautiful dog. Massive. Big old dog there.
Yeah. What's that?
Big old dog.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
Beyonce, somebody's
That's all right. Go on, what?
somebody here's got a pair of those case cornos. They are gorgeous dogs, aren't they? Really impressive.
Cane Coulter, yeah. Beautiful dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Love them. Love them.
So we're talking dribble dogs now in the chat.
Son's got a Spanish Mastiff. I think it's called a Fresh Canario or something. Very similar dog. But my son's got. He's got half,
G'day, Min.
go on, man. Half pit bull, half
Min.
two beautiful dogs.
We love our dogs. We're funny, aren't we, humans? How strange that we should bring.
Coleman's really funny.
How strange we should bring another animal along with us like that. It's really strange. Have you seen those people teaching dogs to talk, JJ, with the buttons?
No.
This is for real, right? I'm absolutely blown away by this. People are teaching their dogs to talk. They've got these buttons they stick on the floor, and each button says a different word, and they arrange them on the floor for them. And you can talk to a dog. Some dogs, you can talk to a dog like you talk to a person, and it'll answer you, mate. I've just seen one now. I saw, not now, day before yesterday.
And it talks with a button.
It got up, sniffed the baby's arse, and then went to the buttons and said, poo, diaper change, until the bloke came and changed the baby's nappy. Fucking amazing, mate. Fucking blows me away. They are far cleverer than we think. Oh, than we used to.
Are you having me over?
No, I'm not having, honest to God, I swear it now.
Okay.
Try dogs
You having me over?
talking dogs buttons. Try that. No, honestly.
Dogs that talk with buttons.
Dogs that talk with buttons. Try that. It's incredible, mate. It's not even funny. It's amazing. It's mind blowing.
I think they're having me over.
Yeah, they're saying in the chat you've seen
What
them
do
as
you
well.
mean dogs would talk with buttons? You mean they press buttons or
They-
you have to
Yeah, they
give them
press
a button
buttons.
and they talk?
They press buttons to answer words, or
Now
even
that
to.
makes sense. I thought you said buttons, buttons that you do a coat up or something. button. What's it
Well,
called?
buttons, yeah, but buttons like a little electronic buttons. You press it and it'll say a word or 2 words or whatever. Each button says a different word, and the dog learns where they are. He's just stripped the bed again. It's really relaxing. Thank you. He's had his treats. Which way's fucking up there? Back. He's had his treats. That's a happy dog. That. All right. Forget it. We don't need no dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, show you.
Idiot. Loves that game. Anyway. Da.
You see them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, isn't it?
One's a Prez Canaria, the other one's a Pit Bull Cross.
Wow.
American Bulldog.
Aren't they lovely?
Yeah.
Aren't
And
they
get
fun?
one don't look like a leopard. Some bird he's been chatting up. He's works in them vet places that do up
Yeah.
dogs. So you get an experiment on his dog to stop his get. Look at it. It's like a leopard. Beautiful, isn't it? Good old dog there. Good old dog.
Favourite game. Huh? Easy to play as well. So I don't know if Abe's he might be too old to do it now, but I might try a couple of them buttons, just for the crack. So we have a treat button and a take me out. Let me choose my own treats button. Oh, I see. Off the bed. Thud. Do you hear that thud? What? I didn't do it. Shush, shush, shush. Neighbours. It's all good fun, isn't it?
Really? So you've been watching them, Beyonce? Yeah, they can talk and everything. Brilliant.
Have you seen it?
Brilliant. I believe it. My Tyson, he talks to me all the time. They brag with me.
Yeah. But would it be nice to have them to be able to understand them?
Well, one day they'll probably have a machine you put around their throat. And you have a go at them, it'll probably...
It'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? When that happens, it'd be fucking hilarious. Just put it round the dog's throat and be going, and I've been waiting to tell you, making me smell my own shit. Fucking...
Yeah. Stop wiping the arm. I can do it myself.
Stand outside in the rain while you're in the fucking shop.
Yeah. But putting me out in the rain, I hate the bloody rain. I'm not going out, but you want me to go out all the time in the rain. Are you stupid, Dad?
Yeah. I'm sick of that fucking river. But we thought we were doing the best for you.
He'd say, Dad, leave my fucking paws alone. I hate it. I hate it when you touch my paws. You can't stand it. I'm doing it now. Hey, boy, you know.
Yeah, they're great when they start to talk, aren't they, Beyonce? I'd love it to bits when he's talking. It's cool.
Yeah.
But he hasn't got any fucking buttons.
He starts playing and he just starts having a go at me. And I say, get up! And he just sits down and he goes, rah, 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 rah. Stop, big good boy. He goes, rah, 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 and he... They're known for it, Frenchies, for talking.
Yeah.
They're very vocal, the Frenchies, when they want to be.
Oh, he is like that with his water. Like
That
Beyonce.
water, the French bulldog, water.
He swims in it, I think. I think he jumps in his water thing every time I'm out. It's one of them things with it's like a big bottle upside down into a bowl.
Mm.
He gets a couple of days water in it at a time, but he just spreads it all over the fucking place.
I want to cry, boy.
But you're my buddy. No more. No, no more now. That's it. You are not short of treats.
What?
Treats.
Oh.
Treats. It's a treats world.
Pardon? Come on, my boy.
Ah,
I don't
Wait.
care what you say. You can't beat dogs, can you? That's got to
You
be
cannot.
my favourite animal in all the world.
as companions, they're incredible, aren't they?
Yeah.
Changed my bloody life when he.
Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Best company in the world, isn't
Oh, mate. Like I say, I've been in bed for 24 hours. He's been so good.
it?
I've locked myself in the bedroom
Um,
when I went to bed, so he couldn't get in. So he's been in here for most of it. He's so good, so good. I should have him reminding me which tablets to take. I'd do much better.
yeah, I tell you.
He could look after my medication for me better than I am.
He knows when I had my insulin, I tell you, because I used to forget to take
Yeah.
insulin. And when I was going like over him, he'd jump up on his squeeze his paws at my chest. Dad, can't have insulin.
I believe you. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
They can smell it, can't they?
And if he had a button, JJ, if he had an insulin button, he'd be
Yeah.
able to tap. Go insulin, insulin. He goes, the old bugger. They're great. These buttons. They'll hold. I think it's about 10 seconds of speaking on each button. You just buy them. You can stick them anywhere on the walls or on the floor.
Do you know? Dad, do you know?
You can record it yourself for 10 seconds. You can get quite a lot on 10 seconds. Hey, babe. No, you go and use that thing.
Your nan's corgi, Beyonce, used to visit number 10. It was your nan. It
How
wasn't
lucky
Lizzie
is it?
herself, was it? Was it Lizzie?
The news at 10.
Hey, Beyonce has royal blood. Ain't you, mate? Go on, bro. News at 10. Do you remember that? Is it still on News at 10?
I do. Dun, 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 dun. Bong.
Is that still a thing, News at 10?
For the good of
I think it was ITV, wasn't it?
it was, yeah. With that little ginger bloke.
Yeah. Remember the black bloke as well? He used to do it.
Yeah, I was always there, wasn't he?
I've got to be honest, I haven't watched any news or read any newspapers. It must be over 20 years. Well over 20 years, like 25, 30 years. I haven't read a newspaper or watched the news. Ever. Big up Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse in the house, out. Mickey, no. Dusty Spider. I've done this little like rare lilac. She said she wanted to jump up. And like in the house.
Hello, Lynn.
Min. I've not watched the news. I've not read a newspaper. And you want to know why? Because it's all a load of media bullshit. And I used to read them now and again. And I used to think, nothing in here. It's always depressing. It's always like all the bad stuff, no good stuff, this, that, and that's that. And most of it, I didn't believe a word of it.
Yeah.
Not a word.
And every newspaper's fucking has got one fucking political take or another. They can't be fucking independent like they say they're supposed to. I don't use newspapers and I don't use a TV. I'm glad I got rid of my telly.
It was only good for chip paper, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And tellies as well, mate. Your telly's fucking bollocks to me. I don't
watch any of the media stuff on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even the social media on here. I mean, you got to look at that on here. It's all a load of bullshit as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only truth really is when we're having a little chat and talking and we're having a little bit of banter and a laugh, really. But all the crap that goes on in here, most of it's all fucking theatrics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, the bollocks. You can't even believe it on here. I mean, normal people.
Is the Daily Sport still a paper, Paul C? I didn't know. I didn't know it was still running that. Wow.
That was probably the realest one. That all the
Yeah,
aliens-
that was the best one, 'cause it didn't pretend to tell the news, did it? It was all about tits.
yeah, tits and aliens from outer space.
Yeah, alien bus on the moon.
That's the one.
Fucking, what was his name? That fella ate my hamster. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
So,
Give me a minute. One more minute.
he was a stand-up comic, and somebody accused him of eating their hamster. Never mind. Yeah, you'd think newspapers would have gone, but I guess it's what the like working bloke picks up and puts in the pocket or the lunchbox or whatever. That's the only thing I can imagine. And money, of course. The Times. It's all money talking. Protest.
I've been shouting at the bloody laptop, Freddie Starr, and it was on mute.
It was Freddie Starr at my hamster.
Yeah, I've been shouting at the laptop as soon as you said it.
Excellent.
I was only reading about that the other day. Me and James were talking about it. Oh, here he is now, look. James has popped up in here and said it, Freddie Starr. Me and James was talking about it a few weeks ago, weren't we, James?
Freddie Starr ate my hamster.
Yeah, what a load of bollocks.
And then there was a double
Jump
decker.
it up, James. Come on, James. Jump
Go on,
up
James.
here.
We're struggling, James.
Jump up on a panel. Let's liven this panel up a little bit for a little while.
How much are newspapers? Anyone know?
Newspapers about £1 now, aren't they? £1.20. Are they? I don't know. I haven't bought one for years. Come on.
Well, see the Sun around here. We're too close to Liverpool to see the Sun newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
You won't see the Sun newspaper anywhere near Liverpool. We don't like.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me drink. I'm thirsty, man.
It was a Sun newspaper that said that those. Do you remember when that football disaster took place when all them people were crushed and stuff? And it was the Sun that said that Liverpool fans were pissing on the dead and stealing out their pockets and shit.
Not a product.
Fucking newspaper. So that newspaper's been banned out of Liverpool. There's been like a voluntary ban by all the news agents ever since that day. You won't find it around there.
Themselves up then, didn't they?
Fucking terrible things they said. Hillsborough, yeah, Dodge, yeah, thanks. It was Hillsborough, yeah. Just said some fucking terrible things.
You leave my James alone.
That's right.
I mean, Beyonce.
Please, by blaming fucking supporters directly, that fuckers.
Yeah, that was naughty, wasn't it? Shit like
Yeah.
that.
Hand in hand with the police again.
No, they all are. A lot of them are just in collusion with each other, aren't they? All load of bollocks that you read in the papers.
Yeah,
How do you know when a newspaper is lying? They print things on it.
it's got print on it. Yeah,
All load of bollocks.
people see them in the shops. Not right here, but just down the coast a bit. If you see the newspaper, a news agent puts it out on sale. Somebody will pick them up and put them in the bin. Pretty much counts on it, even now.
It is what it is.
Somebody said DT says Gripper was actually at Hillsborough that day.
Yeah.
What a thing to fucking live through, bless you. What a thing to live through.
Isn't it?
Gripper, yeah.
All right, stay here.
You must have been here before I turned up.
Stay there, boy. I've got to. I want to get something to munch on. What they doing? I'm going to knock this laptop off. Keep it going, son.
Oh, right, okay. JPM, come on up, mate. We're struggling, you know. Old men, trying to think of songs to sing. Whew. I'm suddenly all hot and sweaty again. The windows and doors open. Well, the windows are open. Bloody dog won't go out in the rain. Fucking.
Yep. My dog hates the rain. That's okay. Is it raining up there now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, I've got 6 angel slices.
What you got?
Angel slices.
Angel slices. Is that because you're a little angel? Get in, enjoy every bite before Torbs turns up.
No, I shouldn't bloody eat any of them.
I know, but quick before Torbs. Where is Torbs anyway? I haven't seen him for days.
Yeah, he was on a live earlier,
Oh, was he?
but he's gone.
Ah,
What's what's that, my son?
hey, my side.
Yep. And I Mr. Kipling. Delicate cake with 6 angel slices. Mr. Kipling. Hey there. Well, I might let you have a little bit, boy. I don't know. Let me see. I want to see how nice they are.
Miggsy lad says you're not allowed, JJ.
Oh.
Miggsy's that little voice on your shoulder going, you're
No,
not.
these are non-diabetic ones. Oh.
Are they?
What have you got here?
Good to see you, my side lad.
Peter,
Dual
show me.
my side. You're the
Oh,
voice on his other shoulder.
Peter,
Going,
or
"You're
not.
all 6, JJ.
Right, let me do this.
You just enjoy yourself, mate.
Good
Is
morning.
that you, Peter?
Of course, it's me, mate. How's you, JJ?
Go on, son.
Well, I'll be.
How are you, Pete? What you doing?
Yeah,
What you
well,
up to,
I'm
brother?
half left. I'm half left.
Hello,
Sometimes
Peter.
I'm right.
Half left, yeah. I know that
Well,
joke. Right?
sometimes I'm right. But it's the half left that gets in the way.
I
It's
haven't
fine.
heard that joke since my dad was alive.
No,
Seriously,
Came on
he used to
because
say that.
I just came on, JJ, because Miggy Stoneman says he needed help. So,
Yeah,
well, it
go on,
is
man.
Miggy
You're
Burke,
good,
isn't
man.
it? Just Mr. Burke.
Yeah.
I
Good
don't
on
know
you,
you, but I've
Peter.
been listening to you sometimes. Posting. Go on.
Good on you, Peter. Good of you turning up, mate.
What you been up to,
Mate,
Peter,
you
mate?
needed help. You needed help.
We
Miggy,
needed
so I
help.
jumped up
We
for
needed
that.
help.
I got nothing to add. I just thought I'd come up and show a face, an invisible one at that.
Where have you been, Pete? I haven't seen you for ages, mate.
Well, to tell you the truth, the oppression I'm getting on YouTube, is it worth me coming on speaking to anyone? Come on.
I don't know, mate. That's a decision of yours. Yeah.
Listen, if you've got something prominent to say, or if you can add something to the table, which is a good conversation, well, then I will debate with you. I wouldn't so much debate with you, but I'll put. So if you're on the right kind of like, if you've got the right kind of like subject to talk about, I can add and take away some of the inspirations or dispirations that most of people that go through in life, you know, the ups and downs. Now, I've gone through a lot of like research because like I'm a man that just wants to know a little bit more, not than the rest, but a little bit more than what I thought I knew yesterday. So
Yeah.
today and tomorrow, I'm going to work on learning a little bit more. And that's all I keep doing.
Any subject?
Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm ridiculed on YouTube because like most people see me. Well, I'm ridiculed on YouTube because most people see me as an idiot. But really, isn't that mirror image? Go on, Niggy.
No, you carry on, mate. You carry on. It's not. I mean, we haven't fallen out or anything, have we? So I've got nothing to add to that, I'm afraid.
Listen,
What
I
happened?
don't. Honestly, mate, I don't want to fall out with anybody. I'd like to be everybody's companion along the way on this journey that we're all surviving at this moment in time on.
We're all struggling, lad. We're all
Well, there
struggling.
you go. That's my point. So we're all struggling. We're all surviving. So we're all on the same path. So instead of me coming online and pulling you down, I don't know you from Adam, and turning around and saying, yo, I'm going to doorstep you and give you, like, you know, I'm not
That's
really out for that. But yeah,
just
if you
nonsense.
really force me to do something against my free will, well, then you force me to do it, and I will fucking do it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at the end of the day, I got called out a couple of weeks ago, and I was told I was all of this, all of that, and I was going to get doorstep this, that, and the other. 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks later, I had to remind the guy what he said. He's like, "No, did I say all of that?" You know what I mean? Come on.
Was this
Fucking hell, come
did you have an epic fallout with Vince or something?
Nah, it's nothing to do with Vincent. Vincent's a prick anyway, and don't get me wrong, I love him because he is comical in his own sarcastic way, but he's not really that way when it comes towards me. is more of a bully because I have a disability and he knows how to control it. So what he's doing really with me is using a disability way to get him the numbers that he deserves, which I find disrespectful.
Unfortunately,
which I can't,
Vincent's not here.
help but to have to
Otherwise,
fight.
I'd call him a bully to his face as well.
Stand up for- I know, but I'm just saying, but that's the way the guy really operates when it comes towards me. That's my opinion. I didn't say that's exactly the way it is. It's just an opinion.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't come up and make it all about me because it's not all
We were
about me.
talking dogs.
Do you know what I
Hey,
mean?
do you know about talking dogs?
So what?
Do you know about them
Yeah,
talking dogs?
yeah.
That they're teaching with his buttons
Yeah,
on
my
the floor.
dog talks to me. No, mate.
no,
Yeah, I've seen
seriously.
that as well. But
It's
I tell
fucking
you what,
incredible.
right? To be honest, let's get to that. Yeah, to be honest, right? That is a way that you segregate yourself away from the animal. What I've learned with my animal, it's grunts. It's like back to them as they're doing it back to you. I've learned that from my cats. Yeah. And now I've got a dog, and my dog's nearly 3 years old. Will be 3 years old this year, and I've learned a lot through her, more than what I learned through the cats. But I learned a lot through the cats on how to speak to people. Like, come on, look at even YouTube, and you'll get through. Most of them will understand that language. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I swear to God. No, that's no joke, mate. No joke. Go on.
This is what you know. Go and find your thing. Go and pick it up yourself. If you want treats, go and get it yourself. I'm not picking it up.
There
again.
you go.
That's fine.
There you go. She understands exactly what you're saying, Niggy. Same as
He
when
does,
I watch
yeah, but he doesn't-
JJ.
I can't understand him.
And I don't always JJ when I watch his dog, and he talks to his dog, and the dog understands him to a maximum. And I'm like,
Oh yeah,
what more do you need to know? What more
Yeah.
do you need to know? The dog understands his master. But remember, the dog is the master, and you are commanded by him or her. And
Oh,
I've
yeah.
learned that by having a dog. Because they need to shit, they need to go out for a walk, they need to do this. You are commanded by them. They're not commanded by you. All you do is feed them and look after them and house them. The rest is down to them.
What are you doing now?
So yeah, I think I do know how a dog thinks or talks or walks or whatever your
I
question
think
was.
we all do,
So,
don't we? We all seem to understand each other pretty well.
Well, you
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Learn
You
to
was in the
understand
desert.
human. That's a point from Moss side there. It says that dogs learn to understand human, but we don't learn to speak dog, and we don't do we? You know, we learn.
Well, put it this way, Nicky.
I mean,
put
if
it
he
this
sits
way,
on, if he sits on the
Put it
curtain
this
by the door, he wants a shit. I know
Niggy.
that. Yeah. Hello.
Put it this way, Niggy. Yeah, just imagine you being in the desert, yeah, and you couldn't speak the foreign language, and you come across a guy that had bottles of water. The only thing you could do was use sign
Hello,
language.
mate.
Good evening.
Hello, JJ. Hello,
You could
Peter.
use
Hello,
sign language
Mr.
to
Burke.
get yourself through to the end
Go
of
on,
the
do me a favour, write something in the chat.
Sure, mate.
Anything. Let's see what's going on.
How is everybody?
from
all
your
right?
heart, Lynn. That's where you learn to speak, Doug. It's called love. It's called understanding. It's called telepathy. It's called understanding. It's called connection. It's called everything
I
like
believe in that,
that.
you know. people.
That's
I
what
believe
it's
in
called when you
that.
have family. Do you know what I mean?
Big up,
It doesn't come
big
from
up.
the mind. It's not about thinking and thinking what a dog needs. The dog will tell you what it needs. The dog will show you what it needs. It will pull you to the point for it to do
Hello,
what it
Mickey.
needs to do. That's what dog language is. So that's my perception. I don't know what anybody else's is. Go on, man.
No, it's all right. I'm just saying hello to everybody, mate.
Evening, Mr. D.
Good evening.
Yo.
Deegan. Bloody hell, I ain't seen Deegan on a while. Hello, Deegan. Hello, Mickey, brother. And hello to everybody else, Lordy. So, how is everybody? All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're wonderful. We're talking.
Yeah,
talking
I'm half left, Ron, but sometimes I'm right.
Well,
Okay,
don't forget to be in
Peter,
the middle.
you've brought up a beautiful memory, Peter. Thank you. You used to say it all the time. I'm half left. Okay.
But sometimes I'm right.
So what's happening?
Not a lot.
Don't know. We're waiting on you now, Niggy. We're waiting on you now, Niggy. Come on, chuck in
Not
some
waiting on
kind
me,
of
mate.
that.
I've done my best. I've had my dog out and everything today.
Oh, nice.
Easy, easy. Keep it in your pants, pal.
He's fucking. What you do now?
Nice to have
Excuse me,
another run.
I've got to make this fucking bed up again. Hang on a sec.
What you been up to, Ron? Anything good?
We'll
Just
leave it
been
to Ron.
uploading
Come
a few
on, Ron.
things
You
and
bring
that's it,
something to the
really.
plate.
Yeah.
How's you
Peter?
anyway, Ron?
How's
I've been
what?
ghosting a couple of your lives as well along the way. I can't stay. I've been ghosting a couple of your lives. I can't stay up too late and watch them all the way through. And I've been going to bed, and when I get up in the morning, I see you still live. I don't say hi before I go to bed, and I don't say hi when I wake up in the morning, but I do, and I have watched a few.
Oh, good. Hopefully you've enjoyed them. I had a good one
Well,
the
I
other
wouldn't say I've
night.
enjoyed them. I wouldn't say I've enjoyed them, but I do listen to them because you can't enjoy something unless it satisfies you. But in the meantime, you can indulge or you can get involved in
Shut
something
up.
that makes you sometimes.
Shut up. Shut up. No, I had a good live the other night though. I had Niggy was in the chat, brought things to the table, which was good. I had Mike West, Vincent, although he's your nemesis. I had Vincent up there, Mr. Nice Guy, James Patrick, the brother. And I think somebody else jumped up on panel as well. But it's a really good live. We hit a lot of topics. But the chat got involved. Niggy got involved.
Can I
And we've got a few people, which was
Can
really
I pick
good.
your mind, Ron? Can I pick your mind, Ron?
Yeah.
I find you intellectual on the aspect of why I
You're
want
joking. I'm not intellectual.
On the
For God's
reason
sake.
why I want to. Listen, I think that you are. If not, your missus. If not, I think your missus has a great or a bigger IQ that needs to be investigated. And I
she's
don't mean that
definitely
in
got a big
a
IQ,
disrespectful way. What I mean by that is that we need to explore the minds that have the answers to the questions. That's what I'm saying.
So
I think you girls got,
what did you want to? What
a
do you
lot of
want to
answers to the question.
pick on me then? Come on, go for it.
Okay, let's ask you a few questions, then, Ron. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We have fortune tellers that tell us our future. We have deja vu that tells you you've once been there before. So my question is this to you, Ron, not to you, Mrs., to you, and I don't want no answer from you, girl. Yeah. I want your perception of thoughts. So if them are let me finish. Let me finish. So
Yeah,
them is
Nicky.
if them is what is given. So if them is what is hold on, please, I will forget. Right? So if them are the perceptions that are given
Did
to
I
us,
say that?
yeah, is not the future written already?
Is the future written already? No.
I say it
It's
again.
what we'll
Ron.
end up
If somebody
making
could
it
tell
as
your
to be.
future, I will tell you again, Ron. Listen to the question. Right?
I won't.
If
I
somebody
won't take
can
it
tell
out.
you your
Somebody trying to
future
tell me my
through
future.
tarot
Attention.
cards, and if somebody can tell you your future through fortune telling, or if somebody can tell you your future is not through deja vu, is it not already mapped out? Because watch this. Nobody could tell what the future's got to tell or make or you to be if they don't already see a book that's written.
Hold that thought, Maria.
Myself, I don't believe in all that shit.
No, it's not about believing in
If
it,
somebody
but
tried to tell me what my
do-
future is, I'll be the first thing that come in my head is what a load of twaddle.
But Ron, there is people out there that do fortune telling, yeah, and
Yeah.
lies. Hold on, which are actually 100% accurate. Do you know what I mean? Then there's deja vu,
Don't disturb it
yeah,
again now.
that tells you you've already been there before and lived it. So you can't already go into the future and live something that's never happened before if it's not already happened. So how the fuck are we living a life if we're not just living a dream?
That's different people's interpretation, though, isn't it? I've had deja vu, but it's been like when it's happened to me, it's happened where I've been before so many times, and it feels like, wow, I just got hit. I just
That's
don't.
deja vu, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it. This is it. I'm not.
Yeah,
like
I know.
Maria
Yeah.
Moon,
We're quick to
she
ignore it.
reads,
That's
you know,
how-
she looks into the
we're
stars,
quick
she
to-
looks into the
that's
dreams.
the
That's
question.
more Maria Moon's sort of way of looking at life. That's not
Well,
really
to be
mine.
honest, though, Ron, because you're
Present.
her
Past.
master. To be honest, though, Ron, I don't mean no disrespect because you're her master. You know,
I'm not
her
her
companion.
master.
I thought you. No, I mean, you know, your master, Ron. So, you know,
That's
there you
just
go.
crazy talk.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
just
a-
taking the piss
master.
there, Ron. I'm just taking the piss there. What I'm trying to say is this, yeah, it's because you're a companion with your girl and she's into all of this.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I asked you the other night if you can do a live on this, because I've got a lot of unanswered questions, and I think your girl also has the same kind of questions that need answering, same as a lot of other people do. Do you know what I mean? I'm open to go very deep into something I know nothing about and listen to all sides, not just
minus
mine.
5 points
Go
for
on, Miguel.
Beyonce for showing off. Okay.
see, for me,
Like I say,
Peter,
I know nothing. I know nothing. On. Yeah,
it's
I'm
more
learning just like.
present. It's more the present that I look at, and also how it become to how it is now. You can sort of see how the trend is going with what's going on today, but apart from that, I don't really look any more further into that. That's more Maria's sort of realm rather than mine, to be honest.
Okay then.
It is so, isn't it, Niggy? It's like,
Yeah, it is like that though, Niggy. You're dead right, 100%. I'm gonna surprise your mind even more with this. So then, let's say this, everyone. Let's say all of a sudden, which we have been seeing, aliens are presenting themselves. How do we see them? Do we see
Niggy,
them as
stop it.
I just thought I'd
Do we
surprise
see
your
them-
mind with this.
do we see them as demonic or do we see them as friendly?
Myself, if there's, well, I'll put it this way: if there's if there's an invading force, yeah, from this planet, you're going to be hostile. So how are you going to act with somebody from another planet coming? You're not exactly going to be extending your hand. If you can't extend your hand to what's going on today, then how are you going to really extend your hand to something that you've never come across before? Really?
I agree.
Realistic.
100%. And I'll tell you why. I've been asking you these questions tonight, Ron, is because of that response. Look at the response you just came back with. Fucking
Yeah.
intellectual. Now,
Should be
most people
ashamed.
don't come back like that, Ron. Really, they don't. They come back with sarcasm. They come back with something with an empty mind, sort of fucking comeback. Whereas you
There
come
you
back
go.
with.
So don't you
at
think
least
it's
something-
unreasonable, Peter? Don't you think it's unreasonable when you look around? Are you going to let me finish now? When you look around nature and the world, it's a fucking tough old place. Survival of the fittest really works. Every animal is hunting every animal. It's either food or fuck it, and that's basically where it all goes. Don't you think it would be a bit of a mugs, but like leaning into a left hook if you were to offer the hand of friendship to the first alien you met? Don't you think they'd be looking at you and thinking, "Eat it or fuck it"?
Well, I would say.
It'd be like
Your
you're
question-
being a mug at the moment. They would.
I would look at your
what a
question
mug.
with both sides. Hold on, let me come back on. I would look at your question with both sides. Let's just say an alien appeared all of a sudden. No, I wouldn't grab his hand and shake him and welcome him. No, I wouldn't. I would question him first to see whether he's belligerent or the other. Do you know what I mean? To see whether he's here for good or for bad. And, you will know instantly by the vibes that you get from the guy because he's alien. Remember, you're going to be frightened anyway. But them frightened feelings, if he's here for good, will fade away. And
With
that
all respect,
alien will
with
make you
all respect,
in his
with all
person.
respect, Peter, with all respect, there's a bunch of twaddle because you know nothing about whoever it is background whatsoever. You know nothing. We've got confusion on this planet as it is with not understanding to do with a lot of things, let alone, yeah, I know, but yeah, but it still comes down to that we have a problem with each other, let alone something from another planet, which there's no investigating we can actually
Yeah, but
do.
if you,
Yeah,
all
I
right,
know, but Ron,
don't say alien.
But
If you
Ron,
meet some,
if you leave the differences aside from human
That's like-
beings and you start looking inside on the way out, you start seeing life differently. This is what I'm saying, especially with myself in the way I'm dealing with myself. I'm not looking on the inside of what I got to give. I'm looking on the inside to see what I can take back to learn even more, because I don't think I've got anything to give to anybody. Just look at life in general. Nobody has to anybody got to anything to give other than an argument or an opinion of their point of view. Like I said to Smiler the other day, what is the truth? If there's any such thing called the truth, what is the truth? Because everything's a fucking lie. No matter what you're told, it's somebody else's point of view, which is
Not
their
allowed with
perception
an
of
accent,
truth.
because that's racist.
So then your perception of that truth doesn't mean that it fucking ends up being the. No, but it's right though. You can't confuse yourself with conversations that people give. Like, remember, words are interpreted on the way that the person feels at that moment in time. It's not that you've insulted that person; they've taken it as an insult. Do you know what I mean? This is what I've learned through YouTube, which I didn't know before. There's a hell of a lot I've learned. A hell of a lot.
What about
Don't get me wrong, I
people?
still
About people. you're
about
talking
myself
about.
more than anything else, though, Ron. It's mainly about myself more than anything in the way I conduct myself. But the only problem I still have.
Yeah, you're a fucking nightmare at times.
I know, yeah, but I've not been able to put a trigger to say on off. I've not been able to do that yet. I'm still 0 to 10 in 5 minutes, not in 5 seconds, no matter what. I've not been able to control that. But I'll tell you something else. I've been able to try and control myself when I'm having conversations like this. I'm not raging. I'm not trying to be the most prominent. There's a lot of things I've learned, Ron. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. If soon somebody comes up and I feel threatened in any way, shape, or form, if a copper came to my house right now, that uniform will set me off. Anybody that's got authority above me, it will set me off instantly. You don't have authority. We are equal. Do you know what I mean? Just because you
We are
wear a
indeed.
badge around your neck doesn't mean say you
Equal
can do
doesn't mean
whatever
the
you
same.
think that you can
Be
want to
equal
do to
without
me.
being the same. Not right, yeah. Not right, JJ.
Yeah. Sorry,
Thank
what
you.
am I saying yesterday?
It's okay, mate. Don't worry about it. You've just agreed.
Well, I'll say yes
Sorry,
to a point
Nodding
that
off
we.
and on.
But when it comes down to a panel, yes, you are all equal. Hopefully, in life, you all are going to be, but until you actually get to know the person,
Well, we're not.
you know,
We're just equal in the way that we
you can
talk, in
just-
the way that we think, the way that we bring things to the table. That's the only equalness that we have when it comes to YouTube. Everybody is an individual. Nobody is like for instance, if me and you met up on the street, we would be different from what we present ourselves on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? Because
I'll still call you a dickhead in front of
we
your
Please,
would
I
have
mean, it's under
courtesy
your
for
face.
we'd have like on YouTube. There's none of that. There's no boundaries.
Hello, you
No,
can.
I'll be exactly the same way as I am with JJ, as I am with Nikki, as I am with everybody. I'll be exactly the same way. If I think that you're speaking bullshit, I'll say, look, stop speaking bullshit. And I'd expect,
that's the same
I'd
way.
expect, I would expect
Banner
that.
up the section.
Hang on, Peter, let me finish. And I would expect that from you and anybody else. You
Yeah,
know, and
But what I'm
I'd
saying,
respect
Ron, is if you was in a pub,
Look,
if
JJ.
you was in a pub,
Please,
we
Dad, is that
we
you?
wouldn't be acting in the manner that we do on YouTube right now. Is what I'm saying.
You're right,
In a
JJ.
pub, you'd have courtesy.
Yeah,
you'd
there's
have
someone on
honor,
stage.
and you'd have
Guys,
respect.
give me a
On
sec.
YouTube, we don't.
Peter, hang on a sec. Peter, hang on.
Give me a
One
sec,
sec.
Peter.
wants to
Speed,
call you
speed
out and
up.
get
Can you
to
speak?
number 10 instantly. And
Peter.
then people just
Peter, give
fucking
me a
hate
second,
what
Yeah, I
mate. There's
can.
someone
Go
trying
ahead.
to get on.
Go ahead. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it continue.
Okay.
I'm
is
just
that
coming
you?
in.
Yes,
It's
I
all
need
right.
to
It's
know
all
who
right.
you are.
Oh, hello. I hear that. Is that drama? No.
No, it's someone called Peter.
B-dub.
I don't know who it was. Come on,
Good
evening.
continue, Peter. I was just finding out who that was, mate. Sorry.
Hello,
Good
B-dub.
evening, Phil.
Hey, it sounds like you guys are having a really good time of things here. You got a good conversation going.
Not particularly. He's as mad as a box of frogs, this bloke.
That's how we are.
You've got a good way of looking at life, Pete.
I'm just kidding.
You know, Niggy, here's a question.
Well, I
for
wasn't
you.
even meaning you, Peter. Don't assume.
If a box of frogs was opened
It's
and
meaning
running
me.
all around you, wouldn't
You what, mate?
you feel that you was part of the fucking box of frogs? Okay, you say I'm as mad as a box of frogs. What makes you come up with that subject?
I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
are.
It's a saying. I don't even know where it's from.
You're nuts, Peter.
It might even be an American thing. You know. Let's ask
John,
Peter.
Yeah, I may be
You
a
spoke to that,
perception
Peter.
of thought of a box of frogs, but I bring intelligence to the table compared to most people. Fucking hell, look at YouTube. It's nothing about yesterday's fucking news.
Exactly.
you
We're all on YouTube. We got to be a slight.
Fucking
So you fit
Thomas
in
said
well
last
with
night,
YouTube, Pete.
fucking hell. You do lives about it, mate. Do you ever see me doing lives about what people say about me? Do I fuck? I don't give two fucks, really. Like I say, at the end of the day, yeah, if you're big enough in
No,
your
Peter,
brain,
calm down, mate. We're not having
Yeah.
a go at you.
no, I'm just
Don't be
saying, really,
defensive.
this is what I'm saying about YouTube. I'm just saying hypothetically. Look at YouTube in general. It's all about
Yeah,
bullshit, bullshit, arguments, bullshit, bullshit, arguments, bullshit. Nobody wants to bring hypothetical bullshit that I bring to the table. Like, let's just say, for instance, we live in a simulation. Nobody's speaking this shit. Nobody wants to talk about it. Look at your fucking government.
Oh, that's
Is it not
just,
You know what?
we could live in a simulation. Why would anyone?
Why do we need Society X for everything, where everything goes? Why? One place. Really?
Do you know what I'm about to watch? The very next movie I'm about to watch, not movie, the very next YouTube thing I'm about to watch is one that's entitled, it's a genuine, serious scientific one. It's called Does This
How was
Worm,
Peter Pope made?
Does This Worm Prove We're in a Computer Simulation? Oddly enough.
How could you?
I could point you to videos that will show you more than ever that you live in a
I'm sure you can, but I'm gonna digest that one first. Because there's a lot to this simulation theory.
Just to add to your simulation of a verdict, I will go back to what I first started with. Yeah.
Well, it's not
If
a verdict.
if the future, listen, please listen. If the future has fortune tellers and that can tell the future, and you have deja vu, which you have actually lived and you participated in, doesn't that tell you your future is already mapped out? There is no future.
I don't think fortune tellers do that. I think
Just
fortune
an
tellers
entity in a
very clever.
simulation that's playing out its cause.
Peter,
all
I
that
think
you are,
fortune
really.
tellers. Peter, you're not letting me finish. Why won't you let me finish?
One opinion at a time, guys.
If I didn't finish,
Because, well, you did. You took a whole thing about it and a lot of assumptions as well. So hang on. Fortune tellers. There's no proof that works, mate. None at all. So you're making a biggest. No, there isn't.
I can give you fortune tellers called Kim Clement. He has predicted right away until 2030. I can give you a black guy that used to come from England that has moved to 100% right. Yeah, in everything that he's predicted since I got to know him since 1998. I think.
No. Nobody tells the future, Peter. Nobody tells the future.
Everything. Listen, just type in right now. You have the internet in front of you. The guy called Kim Clement.
No thanks.
He's predicted that a great event's going to happen in 2027. Yeah, it's called the solar event. Are you awake yet? No, you're not. What you want to do is
solar events are mapped out hundreds of years ago. So do you know what I mean? Solar events are predicted.
Event comes from the sun.
Through science through mathematics.
Solar event comes from the sun. It's not predicted. It's there and now.
What you
Everything
thinking of
else
then?
is man-made.
Well, it's not 2027 yet.
No, what are you thinking of?
What are you on about?
You're in 2025 nearly. You're 2 years away from it. What's happening? Your world is going to change. You're going from 3D into 5D.
You're always in flux.
You're always in flux. Peter, you do understand that what you're saying is somebody's predicting something. Like it's almost like they want to say this is going to be the end of the world, or this is going to be the return of Jesus, or something like that. You do understand that those people are to be ignored, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You do understand that those people are to be ignored. So
yeah, I agree.
All right. Okay.
in the
Yep.
end of the world
Now, I'm
every
not
day
predicting that as the
for
second
the last
coming of Jesus
2,000
Christ.
years,
I'm not
and it's
saying
not
that at
ended
all.
yet, is it?
I deny Jesus Christ that ever existed on this earth. I see it as a fairy tale to keep you trapped in a mind called religion. Yeah. To keep you thinking of yourself, about your ego and building up your ego. That's what Jesus Christ is all about. And the religion of Christianity.
I mean,
I
it was
disagree.
Or
I disagree.
yeah,
Totally
you got to
disagree with that.
understand this. Yeah, you was born free with no education. You've learned everything along the way. Yeah, you've made mistakes, but corrected yourself along that way. So there's no such thing called sin. So this bullshit about you being under God's wrath, this, that, and the other, and everything else, you ain't no fucking God either.
Peter,
At the end of the day, you're living
Peter.
a dream.
Don't
Yeah,
stop
because
that.
I'm going to leave you with this one then.
Peter,
If you're awake, are you asleep, or are you asleep when you're awake? What's the truth? Go on.
right, Peter, a question for you then. Right, I'll take by what you're saying, and a question, it's the same one. Right, I'll take by what you're saying. You believe in something that's said that's going to happen in the future, means that person's a fortune teller, yes? Is that what you're
No.
saying, Peter? Yes? Yes or no?
No.
No, it sounded like that's what you were saying. Is that
Oh, I thought you were saying.
you were saying that
Well, if
in
you listen to any
2027, so
interruptions,
hang
you'll hear
on,
this.
Peter. You said that somebody said past tense that something was going to occur in 2027. Well, I put this to you. Yeah, you said about Jesus Christ. Did you know that they found a scroll stating, I forget how many hundreds of years beforehand, that Jesus Christ was going to be born? They finally found a scroll stating that. So you're saying that, oh, we got to dismiss Jesus Christ. Then how comes he was named? How comes he was named? How comes he was named from the past
You gotta
before
understand it
the
like this,
event
John.
actually occurred?
You have
But
to
you're
understand it like
hang
this,
on,
John.
Peter. The point
Well,
I'm
you
making,
just-
Peter,
Come on,
the
you
point
ask a
that I'm
question.
making, Peter, if you
And
hang
then
on,
you go
Peter,
on and on and on.
hang on, Peter.
Close
If you
out.
hang on, the point which I'm making, Peter, is that you're saying that one,
Nothing could be
oh,
done.
that's false, but the ones that you're listening to are factual. You can't have it both ways.
Spot on. Good point.
No, what I'm saying, Ron,
Thank you.
is this. I'm not reading a book and believing in a book that man wrote. I'm listening to a man that claims so far, and it's been proven right so far in everything that he said. Yeah, with the two presidents, with
How do you know it's
Obama.
been proven, Peter? You read it somewhere.
It's been played out.
Yeah, but where did
That's
you
how
read
it's been
that?
proven.
Where
It's
did
been
you read
literally
that?
played out. The guy says that this will happen. Hold on, JJ, you ask a question, right? The guy, Kim Clement, turned around and says, this will happen.
When
and
was
this will
King
happen, and
Clement?
this will happen.
When was King
Hold
Clement?
on, please listen.
When?
For fuck's sakes, can I finish?
Yeah, but
Right,
when?
JJ, I'll get back
You're not
to you.
giving out information. See, this is
the
it. You've
guy-
got to give information to understand what you're talking about. So
Can
when
you
was
just let
King
somebody
Clement?
finish and then you can finish what you need to say, please?
Yeah, but you're not saying. You
Right.
said the word
I'll get back
King
to you.
Clement.
Oh, my
You're
fucking
talking
God.
about King Clement. See, I'm listening
Shut
to
up
you,
before I
Peter.
miss you on. Get back to
No,
yourself.
no, you shut up, Peter. Peter, calm down. Calm down. Calm down,
Calm
Peter.
down, Peter. Calm down. And
Fucking
you
hell.
have
What the
you
hell?
have been
Calm down.
speaking
If
quite
you
a
shut
lot.
the fuck
I'm
up
going
for
to
5
mute
minutes.
you in a minute.
Fucking shut
Calm
up.
down, Peter.
When?
Fuck sakes, let me
Calm
finish what I'm
down.
saying. Right, Jeff.
Peter.
Peter,
when
calm
was
down,
King
mate. Calm down.
Thank you. I'm just asking, when was King Clement?
It's
How
amazing,
long
isn't
passed?
it? You fucking mute me, but not the knobhead there. I'm trying to speak to you, JJ.
When
You're
was
listening to
King
me.
Clement?
Shut up for
You've been doing an awful
5
lot
minutes.
of
I'll get
speaking,
back to you.
Peter.
I
Yeah?
haven't fucking ignored you.
You're getting really rude now, Peter. Calm down.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, one
Let me
second.
finish what
One
I've got to
second.
say.
One
Get
second.
rude.
Hold on,
And then
guys.
it's over with.
Just 1 second. 1 second. Let's reset. Where are we? What's the question?
Who knows anymore?
When was King
Okay, let's
Clement?
reset then. Let's reset because all what's happening is we have like a lot of yelling and no one can really make anything
Yeah,
out.
because
That's
nobody's
why I'm
allowed to
laughing. I'm
finish.
sorry.
Can I ask a
Right.
question?
Nobody's
This
allowed
is
to
what I'm
finish.
going
As
to
I
say
just
now.
showed you.
Hold
This
up,
is the reason
please,
why
on the channel
I'm
host.
here.
Let me just say something. You can all have a minute each to get your point across, and then everyone has a turn. Okay, everyone has a turn instead of
Can
everyone getting wound up.
Can I just ask
wrong.
one question,
Yeah,
JJ?
go on, mate.
Right. You mentioned the name King Clement. Right. All I was asking was, when was King Clement? See, I am listening.
Right.
There you are.
King Clement over 20 years ago predicted
Right.
certain situations which are going to happen in the next 20 years. Now, the guy died and he was invited to do certain things and this, that, and the other. But he turned around and says to these people, I won't be able to manage it because I won't be alive to see it. Anyway, he passed away, so none of that ever happened. Yeah, in the point where he was allowed to go everywhere and everything else. He was exactly right what he said. Well, anyway, he's another Nostradamus say sort of thing. This guy, and his name's Kim Clement. His daughter is on the internet right now, repeating everything that's gone on. Now, the guy has predicted so many, and there's another guy called Tony Amarami. He's a black guy. Yeah, that comes from England, that went to South Africa. Yeah, he's also 100% right. Yeah. I've gave you links, Ron, that I've asked you to pass certain links to your missus. Same as the other night, I was in somebody's panel and I was talking to you in a chat, and I says, pass these certain links to your missus. Now, there's a woman that does RTT, in other words, regression, takes people back into previous life. There's a lot of places I go to learn my information, what I know. I'm not saying that everything is true, no, but I'm interested in those that are creating and can make and can prove that certain things that are happening around me is true. I'm not there for a magician. I'm not there asking for anybody's help. I'm there seeking my own help. Yeah, to see
Anyone
what
else want
information.
to interject?
Go on.
You've had enough there. Anyone else want to interject, please?
Yeah, I would, because I'll go on, Dub. Yeah, you go first, and then I will.
Okay, so I mean, from purely from perspective, because obviously Peter Pope does not believe in Jesus Christ. You're going to have people that are coming in the future that will make predictions that will come true, and they will basically attempt to glorify themselves so hard that they're going to make themselves look like God. But
I'm not.
that's a
He
deception.
He doesn't.
It's a deception,
See,
is what I'm
Bob,
saying. That's my only point. I'll stop.
I agree with you, Bob. I agree with you. But watch this, Bob. Yeah, it's a deception. I will agree with you. 100% it's a deception. But what I'm saying to you is there's deja vu also. You've had deja vu in your life by growing up, that you've been somewhere that you've never been before. So that tells me that your life is already mapped out for you and you're doing nothing but live a dream. Yeah.
Okay.
In other words,
Peter,
you are an
you're supposed to
NCP in a
Peter, can you just listen to
stepping
me
in
a
the
second?
step.
Wait, Peter, listen to me,
Step
please,
into-
on my
You may
panel.
not
We were supposed
like
to,
it,
we were
but
supposed to
remember
let the
this,
guy
you wake
speak.
up
then
every
Ron was
morning,
supposed
you
to
do the
speak,
same
then
thing.
you. Right, I'm not having
Okay,
this.
go
You're
on,
going to keep doing this,
JJ.
Peter. I'm not. If you're going to keep jumping in,
Say again.
Peter, I'm not going to have it.
I am
Okay.
your granddad, Lordy.
You were supposed
am
to let Mr. D-Bub talk, then you were supposed to let Ron talk, and then
Many
jump
people's
in.
granddad.
You're not letting them finish what they're saying. Crack on,
I
guys.
was asked a question from Bob.
Did your granddad
So,
do this?
Yeah, but you got to wait, because when he says he's shit, Master Ron says he's shit, then you jump back in. That was the thing, you know. Everyone gets their say.
So come on in.
Right,
So
Peter.
let other people say, then I'll sit here and listen. Go on.
Right, do you want to go first, Nicky?
Yeah, come on. It won't take long.
Go on then, Nicky.
Bollocks from start to finish. Nobody's found anything that proves anything. It's either made up or it's just misinterpreted. The Bible is a collection of stories put together to fucking rule you. We all know this shit. Thank you. I'm done. Moving on.
Right, all I can say is that since you want to talk about fortune telling and everything, like I turned around and said, and I tried to turn around and say, they have found ancient scrolls, yeah, that have predicted the birth of Jesus Christ. And yes, I have. They have. Do you want to bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. Go and have a look. Go and have a look.
You do my research for me.
There's
I don't
ancient
need to-
scrolls.
Listen, I'm not going to look for proof for something I don't believe in.
They've been carbon checked. They've been carbon checked. Now, I'm not saying that Jesus Christ is the birth, you know, God, whatever, I'll leave that to the sole believers.
How did they predict him? They predict his name?
But
address?
all on, yes,
Yeah, they did, Niddy, yeah.
they predicted
The
his
name and
name.
address. They gave his name and address.
And in
I
the
am
Torah as
fucking
well, before
convinced.
Jesus-
Praise the fucking Lord.
Yeah, it did happen. Yeah.
No.
But that's the point which I'm making, is that, if you're going to say that there is predictions that you can foretell something before it actually occurs, Peter, but your statement was, well, there's no such person as Jesus Christ. So I go back to the past tense and saying, well, if we're going by your logic, and since they found scrolls about Jesus Christ, wasn't that the same thing? But you straight away you dismissed there was no such person as Jesus Christ. Well, either you believe in somebody telling what's going to happen in the future or not. You can't pick and choose. You're cherry picking.
Next. Anyone next?
Nobody cares that much, I don't think.
You don't want to respond now.
It is though, isn't it? It's cherry picking what you want to
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
and what you don't want to believe. If you believe in fortune telling, you got to believe in all fortune.
It was predicted. It's in the Torah as well. The Torah was before in the other Bible. And they predicted the coming of Jesus. They predicted all these things. The two scrolls predicted the certain things with the name and everything down to a T. That was coming and all that. And I know that because I've done plenty of research on this.
It's found not.
They wasn't all true that was predicting in it, but enough all of it was.
So that's what really amazes me, when people sort of want to cherry pick certain things and turn around and say, oh, well, you can believe this person a fortune telling, but you can't believe this person a fortune telling. You're literally dismissing anybody else apart from who you want to trust in telling you what you want to have belief in the future.
I mean, I think to dismiss anything in this world is arrogance, to be honest, total arrogance. To what, to say, look, I believe this, and if you believe that, you're stupid. That's total, utter arrogance. And because everyone has a choice to believe what they want to believe in and what they want to do. And if that thing, what they believe in, is helping them in their life, it's anyone to say it's wrong.
It's when they tell you that you're to believe it as well that I lose the plot, JJ. You can believe what you want, but when you tell me to believe it, then
I'll get that. But people can believe what they want, but to dismiss what someone does believe, that's arrogant.
Yeah. Oh, just
End of story. That's totally arrogant, and it's rude and it's wrong to even do that to someone. It's totally wrong. You're undermining that person, and you're making that person feel stupid about what they are. And that's when people do that, they've lost the argument. Totally lost everything. They've lost my respect as well when people do that. No one should push onto someone what to believe or not to believe, but never put a man down for what he believes.
See, that's what I was saying. Before D-Bud, I saw his finger up. That's why I said I live in the present and see what happened in the past to how it come to the present. I'm not a person who's trying to foretell how it's going to be in the future. I can see signs, but to keep it to my word, you know what I mean? But that's how I live, present, and what sort of got to where we are today, not trying to see future foretelling. Anyway, go on, Deep.
Coincidence, though, putting it, when these things happen.
Yeah.
You've got to put it into perspective here. I mean, they could just be spot on with a coincidence, I mean, to say something's got 100% of what they said has been right, I cannot see that. Factual. No, not 100%.
I was gonna just say something, but it would probably blow up like the whole room or anyone that's watching. They're gonna be so offended. But if we take a really honest, good look at society, and the way things are going, whatever your beliefs are currently, they're going to get smashed by something else that are not your beliefs, and you'll be forced to accept them. Let's take, gosh, I have two big ones that I want to say, but they're both really controversial. So I won't say them, but they're already coming to a town near you. And if you guys are in UK, you already know one of them probably, because I think you get the vibe that I'm a Christian, and the other ones are already in your town. So there's one of
Muslim.
them.
You're talking about Muslim.
You're correct on that.
Yeah.
So there's one. And then the other one, is a cowboy getting together with a cowboy, because that's not happening either, and that will be forced on you. Both, it's already happening, fellas. You know this is true.
Forced on you. When you say forced on you, do you mean some of us can accept? Some of us can accept it. It doesn't need forcing on us. We can just accept.
Yeah, I think
people have different
it's
in private.
So,
And what
okay.
they do in bed, hang on, what people do in bed is absolutely not my business and none of religions.
I've got to agree with that 100%. You know,
So I
I'm
see
with you, Dub.
I see PBUH. I know what that means. Is that what that's meaning?
Yes, it does.
Aha. Okay. So I see your belief system.
No, it doesn't.
I see.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. It means
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's in jest. Okay, I said it. It's put up there in jest.
yeah,
I
I mean,
wondered why you'd be so careful around me.
it's none of our business. I wouldn't intervene. Whether it's right or wrong, that's not for me to decide. That's the God.
No, it's not.
Not me.
I'm not in bed with them. I don't care.
That's
So
what
I don't make them decisions, but I don't think anything can be forced upon you at all. If you don't want to believe something, don't believe it. That's up to you.
You're incorrect, my friend. You're incorrect, because if you don't know, there's a big difference between basically Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and the big difference is that those ones want to force everything upon you. Those are Muslims. They will force it's called Sharia law.
Yes.
They want to.
Yeah,
And
I
they
know.
will wait.
Agree with that.
Hold on,
I
they
know.
Sharia law. There's no force involved in Sharia law.
Hold on. Yes, there is.
There
Yes,
is.
because they wait. They wait until they have numbers, until they actually try to enforce whatever it is. In the meantime, they'll feel like those are the nice guys. You don't believe me? It's in their own texts. So you can go read it for yourself, but I'm not trying to argue.
Well, I'll put it this way, Dub. A lot of my lives has been actually on that subject lately, for the past month, 2 months.
I have actually read it all the way through, and I found it a very indoctrinating book. Very indoctrinating. It wasn't what I wanted.
It's literally, see how I look at it. It's passing out the friendship with one hand, but the hand behind the back has got a dagger.
Okay.
Yeah, you need
I
to
know
look
that's how you feel about it, Ron. I listened to some of your lives, mate. I listened.
What does that mean? The hand behind the back has got a bagger.
You know what? There is
I like
nothing in this world. There is
Dagger.
nothing
Oh,
in
a
this
dagger.
world
A dagger.
more
Okay,
wasteful
you're correct.
than religion
I
against.
know. I've been looking into it quite a lot, and it's literally within the book. It's telling you, it's a religion of peace as long as you bend to the will.
Well, we can say that about a lot of
Correct.
religions, you know.
Even Christianity.
It's pay us tax. It's pay us tax, or you're dead.
Well, it's three things. It's three things, and they're actually saying it themselves. We're talking about very high in stature, and they're having to come clean now because there's so many people out there which are actually telling you what's within the book. They're having to come clean themselves now and say, hang on, that is actually in the book. And what it says is there's three parts. One is you have to convert. If you're not willing to convert, then it's you have to pay the jizya. If you're not willing to pay the jizya, then it's off with your head.
Okay.
3 parts.
All right.
It's simple. It's in there.
There's nothing in this world more wasteful than the arguments between fucking religions. Nothing. Nothing's cost more lives, ruined more people's lives.
In the name of Christianity, there's been
Friendship.
millions slaughtered and
Nothing.
killed. It was enforced all over the planet.
Christianity's killed millions and millions and millions of people,
And if
JJ.
no one believed in Christianity then, and it was forced upon them, they was murdered, killed.
Trying to say one of them's better than
You
the
know.
other is like pissing up a rope.
So
Honestly.
for people to say this about the Quran now, it's nothing that the Christians haven't done before. So what's
Yeah.
the argument? Yeah.
That's the difference.
Same argument, same thing. Religion is a load of crap. I have faith, that's it, but I don't believe in none of these religions.
What people miss out on, yeah, is that we have evolved from the scriptures. Yeah, I'm not a believer, but people have evolved with the scriptures. They know what was the bad shit and what have you, and we don't follow through with what was happening in the Old Testament. A lot of people go by the New Testament, right? That's what I've found. But the thing is that when you come down to the Muslim faith, it isn't that they see Muhammad as the perfect being, and his word is gospel, and you have to live by that. If you don't follow that gospel, then you are a traitor to your own kind, which also means
like you, JJ.
which also means that's why if you leave the faith, you have actually got a death warrant on you. Because they don't like anybody that leaves that faith. Now, a person can join the Christian faith, leave the Christian faith whenever they want, and there's nothing within it
What's
saying right.
excommunication, Ron?
What?
What's excommunication?
I've never known any of this happen, Rob.
Yeah, but are you going to
Explain to me what excommunication is, Ron.
in today's world? Does that still happen? That's
Yes, mate. Excommunication is exactly that thing you were telling me doesn't happen, isn't it?
I've
You're
not seen it happen in East London.
Yeah, right.
Let me just finish here, guys. I've lived in East London where it's
Jamie, when are you going to come and
I
say
know a lot of people that have left the faith, right, and not bothered with, and don't go to the mosques or anything, and none of them have been killed or
No,
left
that's
to do their
absolute
thing. So I've not heard that actually happen. It might say it in there, but I don't remember reading it actually. But I've never known it actually happening in real life.
No,
right.
The people that I know, I've known a few. Let me finish, guys. Please.
I'll say
Okay.
Joe.
I have known it and seen things where they've wanted to marry outside the faith and they've killed, and they have killed the thing. There's a big thing case of it, a murder that happened, wasn't it? Remember it when the girl wanted to marry outside the faith and they killed the girl because it was like wrong. That's the only one thing I've known. A couple of them things have happened, but I've not known that in East London. Anyone to leave their faith, and
No,
that's
No.
it. I've not anyone.
I think
Go on.
Ron, you've got more faith in this Muslim faith than any of us here. I think.
No. The point
To
is
believe it more than anybody else, bro. You might
hit
as well grow
it on
a
the
beard.
head. See,
Grow a
I
beard,
don't think you listened
Grow a
to
beard,
what
Ron.
you didn't listen to what
When
you
you grow a
didn't
beard?
listen. You did not listen to what Dub said. You didn't
You
listen
have
to a
to,
word of what he said.
Are you bearded, Ron?
Listen very carefully next time.
Ron, are you bearded?
Listen very carefully what Dub says, and
You
you
bearded,
should have
Ron?
listened to what he said earlier on.
Have you got a beard, Ron?
What's
Yeah,
that
I
got?
listen to one. I just disagree with him.
So did I. And don't tell me I didn't listen close enough. That's a bit insulting in its own, isn't it?
No, it's because you didn't listen, Dub.
Because I didn't give the answer you want. That's your problem, Ron. You always do this.
I disagree with him.
I obviously didn't listen good enough because I didn't give you the answer you're expecting.
No.
Lucky.
All right. And let me ask Dub this question. Dub, did you turn around and say that how it's going today? Yeah, once they become the majority rule, and then they can implement what they want.
Appeal to the born again Christian.
You're not getting it.
Well, what you just said is completely correct. Because what they do is they act like they're the kindest thing since sliced bread. But then when they get the numbers, they're going to turn around and tell you, pay your taxes or else you're gone. And their particular religion says that their God is the chief deceiver. How do you even
You
know?
know
whether-
Americans don't like
what
paying
you trust?
taxes. No, wait. We all know Americans hate taxes. I think you're just
Everyone
wrapping that
hates
up in
taxes.
religion and tidy package.
Everyone hates tax. Everyone
Well,
hates
like I've just
paying
told you,
taxes.
it's 86 to 89% Muslims in the area that I come from. And what you've just said, they are the majority. And what you have said and implemented on it has not happened.
They're going for it right now, my friend.
But it hasn't happened, and where it's 89%
living right in the heart of it,
in an area that I come from. Now, I live a few miles up the road from it. And what you're saying has not happened.
No, it hasn't happened because they're not the
And
majority.
it's been 89% for years, many, many years. I would
They
say
are
about
the majority in a lot of places, Ron. That's what you complain about all the time.
No,
Okay.
you're not. You're
Hold
not
on.
listening. Go on, Doug.
Check this out. Check this out. So, is America a democracy or is it a republic?
It's not a
Farmer,
democracy.
your thing's
It's a republic.
disconnected.
It's a republic.
It's a republic.
It's me.
Hello,
It's me.
Farmer.
The
It's
democracy
not a
thing is just a
democracy
claim.
because. Okay, so now I will say America is in big trouble because it's allowing people that shouldn't be here. They're allowing them into the
This is
states.
a country that's
And-
absolutely built on immigration, isn't it?
Shouldn't be there. You're
Absolutely.
immigrants.
It
You're
is.
immigrants.
It has
You're
to
an
immigration,
immigrant.
doesn't it?
It
What do you
is,
think
but
you are
what
in
is
that
a-
country?
what is
You
a
owe them
democracy?
immigration.
Hold on, but what is a democracy? A democracy is the rulership by numbers. So
Mob rule, yes.
eventually you get Trojan horsed. That's what's happening. I can see it. I'm not blind. I see it. It's not a democracy. It's a republic. We're not taking care of our own people. And similarly
Republic.
around the world, that's not around the world. They're doing the same thing. And majority of what's going on is involved with guess who? We were just talking about them. The Muslims.
Hang on.
Sorry, you might not like what I'm saying.
Hang on, Mr. B Dub, just a minute. Just a minute now, Mr. B Dub. Your country, America, good Christian country, has been at war almost every single year of its existence. Almost all of the years it's been at war in other countries. There's your nice welcoming Christians, eh?
Yes, we have been at war for a very long time, and eventually we're not even going to be a part of any of what's going to happen later. But the honest truth is, I don't want to be here when we aren't the ones trying to help out. That sounds awful. I mean, as much as you think we've done bad, I think we have done plenty of good. So it's going to balance out, man. You can't. I understand what you're saying. I don't enjoy our current president. You know, we haven't done everything correctly, but we've tried. And of course, we're going to fail because we're only human, but we have done plenty of good. You know,
Spread. We gotta
That's
spread.
all I can
We gotta
say.
spread democracy. We found oil in the Middle East. We gotta spread that democracy, buddy.
Every bomb
There's no
counts.
such thing exists within the Middle East of a democracy. There's only one place in the Middle East that has actually got democracy.
Who cares
One
about stinking
place
democracy? Really?
Yeah, really,
No, really. It's always at war. Always.
really.
Yeah.
Tell me a Middle Eastern country that has democracy.
I said, who cares about your democracy? Why would they have to be democratic? Why would they? They do fine with it. When we leave them alone, they do okay.
you're communist.
Are we going communist now?
Dub's cutting out.
Dub's standing up. He's getting serious.
I ain't being serious. I'm just saying though, like, so what is it? I understand from what I understand is that basically there is no such thing as a true communism. but that's because the definition of communism is unattainable. But that's because corruption exists. So the true definition of communism will never be attained until, in my opinion, Jesus comes back, and then there will be a true form of communism, which I'll be fine with. But that's what you want: communism with corruption.
Jesus
With
comes back.
human-
Are you saying Jesus is socialist? Yeah.
I think, in a way, yeah, it could be said that, yeah.
Jesus was socialist. And you don't like that, no?
I don't believe in socialism or communism in a human form. No.
That
Why
puts you
would
in
I?
between
That's
a rock and a
corrupt.
hard place, doesn't it? If you... Well, that seems an odd place
People
to be.
think, right? Well, let me give you an example. People think Kim Jong-un is God. That's what they think.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
they have
Kim
to think
Jong-un
that.
God? Because they're told to.
No,
or
I've
else
never
they're gonna
met
get
him.
killed.
Have we met him? I have never met him. He might not be, though. I suspect he isn't. Because I don't think there is one. I don't think there's any God.
Yeah, the dub. The problem that some people have is that, right, when you
Your
look at Jesus,
Your
was
Middle Eastern Jesus, yeah.
did he right? Did he stand for slavery? Did he stand for violence? Did he stand for child marriages? Did he all the look? If a person like Muhammad was around today as the perfect being, which anybody should follow, would be given to the death sentence. Would you say the same for Jesus?
Absolutely. They already killed him once.
I'm sorry, you got to say that again, because you said a lot, but then I didn't quite get it.
Yeah, what I said, Dub, was this: is that if you look at Muhammad's history, if you go by Muhammad, which is the perfect being within the Muslim faith, it's the man who you have to follow. Keep to every single word. Do not question any word that he said. Now, in present, if you go by present day, somebody like Muhammad would have the death sentence with everything that he preached.
Yep.
So you want to bring some fella kicking and screaming from 2,000 years ago and put him on trial now?
You're not listening again, so you don't
No,
listen.
I am listening, Ron, and that's the problem. That's what I'm hearing. You're comparing somebody
No,
from
you're not. You're not.
2,000
You're not.
years
You're not.
and you're making
not.
it a moral issue from someone
No,
2,000
you're
years
not
ago.
listening.
A couple of weeks ago, it was about young girls. You were all hung up on young girls getting married as soon as they had their period, weren't you?
You're not listening.
I am listening,
That's
Ron,
the
and it sounds
problem, you're
fucking
not.
awful, mate. No, it sounds
If
horrible.
I followed
Go on, shout.
some of the if I followed some of the most horrific people that have lived through history, and I practiced what they did in history, I'd be put to
How
death.
about this? Then? Don't. How about this? Don't. How
Yeah,
about seeing it the way it is?
That's right.
And how
See,
about for
this
just
is
cracking
it.
on and letting
Don't.
that 2,000-year-old shit be?
Yeah, I'm not. He
Your
doesn't
life
listen.
is hung up on this shit. It's a
Look,
shame.
you're a
Real
lefty.
shame.
You're not going to listen. You're not
It's
going
a
to
real
listen.
shame, Ron. I'm really sorry for you, man.
You're not going to listen.
I'm not anymore. No, I'm done listening to that shit. Honestly, it's bollocks.
No,
That's
I
it.
can agree with some, but not on others. I think there's a lot of rabble rousing going on as well, and creating divides and like something terrible coming and this, that, and the other, and it's all fear mongering. I can see a lot of that, even in what I've been listening to here now. A lot of fear mongering that things are not happening. I live in London, right, and I haven't seen these things these guys are talking about. And if anyone would have seen it, would have been me, would it not?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. What I have seen, which is wrong, is an overload of people being put in one place in my own fucking area, and my area become something that is bloody not. I've seen that. I've seen my old area be decimated. But I haven't seen the actual fear that I'm hearing here. Like, if you leave, you're going to be murdered.
JPM, I'm so
And
pleased.
you're going to be forced to believe this. You're going to be forced to believe that.
So
I haven't
so
seen
wait a
none of
second,
that myself.
JJ.
I haven't seen that.
JJ, what you're saying is that your area is being
Well,
decimated
do better,
from
JPM.
the culture that it
From the
once
culture,
had.
yeah, I've seen the culture change, yeah, in a big way.
You're witnessing it right now. You just kind of don't see
no,
it.
I've been witnessing that for 20 odd years, but I've not seen the kind of fear mongering that you're trying to put across, mate. And you're
No,
putting across
My,
JJ.
wait, my
you're
kind?
doing like this. So what we have to do then is have a war. Then we need to war. We need to kill all these people.
Wait,
yeah?
look,
That's a good Christian
well,
way.
let's go through this. Let's go through this logically. I'm in America, right? America broke away from the UK, so me and you have a lot in common. And you're
Bye,
not.
Brian.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, are you Brian? I was talking to the other
Yeah.
Brian. Ah, two
Oh,
Brians.
sorry. Oh,
Brian-
yeah. Vincent
Brian
Vega.
just left.
Yeah, I think I've seen you
It's
somewhere.
fine.
All right. But
Peter.
what I'm trying to tell you is that
Peter
even
Pope,
in the place,
Oh,
What-
Peter,
what I'm
see you
trying-
later, Peter.
what I'm trying to tell you, JJ, is that in my country, I'm seeing the same thing. So it's not just happening where you're at; it's happening where I'm at too.
So the easiest thing to do here is just look at the countries where these people come from, because it would be foolish to think that they travel over here by boat, by sea, by where, however, and as soon as they hit our shores, they become a civilized, lovely human being. So let's look at the shitholes that they come from. In their own shitholes, when it comes to politics and when it comes to election time, if you don't vote for the right man, you are largely terrorized or killed. We see daily bombings across most of Pakistan, some areas of India, and pretty much most of the Middle East. So if anyone's trying to prove that Muslims are here undercover to try and usurp us, take a look at where they come from. That's the place they should respect the most.
And
Yeah,
they
pretty
don't want to be there. They don't want to be there.
Like I
The
said, I'm
question
halfway
becomes,
with a lot of you, but I'm not into all this fear that we should be afraid of all this. But why should we be afraid?
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that
Right.
because
Right.
then you're trying to be.
When you
It's like they
come on
want a religious
hold
war.
up, let me finish. When you come on here and you say we're going to have things enforced upon us, that's fear mongering. I don't care what anyone tells you. That's fear mongering.
No. Because
Yes, it is.
If anyone tries to force anything on me, they get a bullet in the head. Trust me
you're
on that one.
you're
So that's
what
fear.
you're doing
You're putting
in my-
fear
in my-
across rather than logic.
JJ, in my opinion, what you're doing is you're confusing what you're confusing two belief systems, and it's because maybe you might not have one. You might be somebody who just goes, I want to live and do what I want to do, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that it becomes, I'm not trying to fearmonger you, but it's a battle between religions. It's going to be what it is. That's just what it's going to come down
I'm a man
to.
of faith, believe it or not. I was in a Christian place for many, many years. I know more than you think about Christianity.
Maybe you do.
More than you think about Christianity. I worked in a rehab that was a Christian rehab taught by two American people, Wendell and Lois Smith. And if you Google that name, you'll see what I'm talking about. Wendell and Lois Smith. All right? Deeply Christian people taught me about Christianity and taught me about this. And I love the sort of Christianity they taught me. Right? So I know a lot more about it than what you think. Okay? But what you have just come on this panel and done is you put fear in here. Okay?
No.
That we have to be afraid of something.
Yeah. No, it's
And
true.
I am not afraid of nothing. And I will fight in any army that comes to me and tries to take away my rights. It won't happen.
Good,
And it ain't happened in East
JJ,
London.
that's
And East London is the
JJ,
most
that's good.
densely populated Muslim
JJ,
area in the country.
JJ, everything you just
Okay,
said
JJ.
is good. That's
Well
fine.
said, lad.
I agree with what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that there is a spiritual warfare that is taking place.
I agree that. I
And
agree with that, yeah.
I'm not trying to put you in a state of
I don't
fear.
think it's the faith, though. I don't think it's the faith. I think it's the people that are doing it, like you, like them.
Yeah.
We're all fighting against. I think it's the people doing it, not the faith.
Absolutely.
All faiths are beautiful. If you read them properly, they're all about love. But people, they take what's written and they take it for their own agenda and they turn it into something horrible. They do it on both sides. And this is what
Twist it for their own narratives.
Let's
just
remember
throw their
what
own
they
names
did
out.
in
They're all one
Africa
of
the-
under
you are so
Boko
right, mate.
Haram, when
That's
they
it,
were
mate.
kidnapping large groups of schoolgirls and
Talking over
threatening
him.
to
It's only
behead them unless
Shut up,
everyone in
mate.
the
Yeah.
area converted to Islam. That's how
That's
loving
religion.
they are.
That's
Why do you
religion.
talk
That's
over
religion.
JJ then, Vega? You
Shut
fucking
your
idiot.
mouth, you unwashed
You
fucking
shut up, you
bum.
dirty, fat,
Calm
sweaty
down.
mess.
Oh,
Go get
perfect.
yourself
Fucking hell,
deloused,
That's
you
what
scruffy
religion
relax,
is
lefty.
about. And it's wrong.
Relax.
It's
Keep
totally
You
wrong.
rolled out your
It's not
car.
going to happen here. It's not going to happen here.
Relax.
Fuck off, Vega. We were doing fine till you turned up.
Yeah, stop that.
Now,
shit. Come on,
listen,
that's where we are.
look,
Let's
guys,
get back to where we are.
Civil, or I'll end it here and now.
JJ, I was
Civil and
trying
talking, I will end it.
I was trying to say, JJ, that was a real honest.
Why are you talking
Well,
over
why didn't you
JJ,
just say
you
yes? Why didn't you just say
scruffy
yes?
lefty?
Just say it. Instead of, I was trying to say, just say it.
Right. Vincent, I will mute you and throw you off if you keep winding up. I promise
Sorry,
I will.
JJ.
Fuck
I
off,
just
Vega.
had to
I
tell
will
him.
do it, Vincent. You keep trying to wind up niggas. I'll
It's
throw
not
you off.
entertaining.
Same
Not
to you.
entertaining
If you
at
go
all.
at him, I'm going to throw you both up here and I'm going to end this chat right here and there. Just keep it civil and because it could be a good conversation if we keep it
Well, that's the
civil.
end of that, then. Anyway,
So wait a second. So JJ, hey Vega, what were you actually trying to say? What was your point? What's
Well,
your big
I
thing
was
that you wanted to
making
put
the
in?
point that
Everywhere
if
the
you
shit
remember
goes,
Islam's campaign across Africa and the way that they lovingly or gently introduced Islam was by kidnapping boatloads or busloads of girls from schools,
Nigeria,
holding
wasn't it?
them hostage
Yeah,
and
he's not wrong,
threatening
look it up.
to
Boko Haram.
behead them unless everyone in that area converted to Islam.
That's a very extreme.
Yeah.
Implementation.
And it happened, though. It happened.
And you can do it. It happens. But you do know that it's nothing that Christians haven't done. You know that, though, don't you, Mr. Nice Guy? Christians have done it a lot further back. I'll understand that, but you can't pick history. It's been a lot further back.
No.
They've done the same thing.
It's only ever written by the winners as well in history.
Only ever written by the winners. They've done exactly the same thing. They've gone into countries, totally enforced their religion on them, and totally massacred and killed anyone that was against it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all religions have done these things. They might be a bit behind in the times, but all religions have done these things, and that is what religion is. Not
No,
about
because
religion.
JJ,
That
you're
was
gonna
my
have
point
to.
about 20 minutes ago, JJ, as well. It's religion against religion. Fucking leave everybody alone. We'll do fine. If we choose to join your religion, happy days. Good for you. If not, just fucking leave us alone. It's got to that stage now, isn't it? You want to war with these other fucking.
What religion would you say you're closer to, Niggy, in the world? Like, out of all the religions and stuff, would you feel that you're closer to one more than the other, or
Not at all, mate.
no?
None at all.
Are you religious in any way, shape, or form, or
No, not
have
at
you
all.
been? All right. Okay.
As a child,
So,
I was.
let
Yeah,
me
I was
ask
made
you-
to go to church and stuff, as you do. Sunday school, church, sang in the
Let me-
choir. Child, but
Let me ask you, Mr. Burke. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
Did you serve in the military? That's one.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. So then you served in the military. So then when your country was a.
I can't hear you properly, mate. Is
Yeah,
it right?
he's cutting out, bro.
Can you repeat it?
Now,
but-
so you served in the military, and
Yeah.
now things are way different. Did you envision you served in?
Oh, it was
you
a long
served in
time
the-
ago. It was 40, I don't know, 50 years ago. 40 years ago, something.
Right.
Long time ago.
But when you served in the military, to now, when you look at how society's going and going LG, whatever TQ, whatever the heck's going on, and that
Yeah.
whole thing,
MNLP.
did you ever imagine you would be fighting for that?
Do you know when this LGBT stuff, when they pass me by, I smile and wave. I think it's lovely. How about that?
What? Lovely. What about
For
trans
you.
story time in schools? What do you think about that?
About what?
Yeah.
Trans story time in schools.
I'm not in favour of that. If there's a
You're not, are you?
political, hang on, if there's a political thing behind it, then I'm not a fan of it.
And what if it's
I don't get
to do with the movement itself?
As an old bloke, trans and that stuff, it really passes over my head, mate. I'm an old man.
Fair.
So you're not in favor?
I'm not asked. Honestly, I'm not bothered. Either way.
You're not bothered? Or is it, or you're not? Are you, you're not asked? It's slightly different, like.
Hang on, this thing you just said about, what was it? Trans
story time.
Story time. No, I'm not in favour.
I'm not in favour of that.
Whatever, normally, whatever floats your boat. But that doesn't sit well with me.
Good.
But that's not LGBTQ, is it? That's fucking.
Well, they do come under the banner. I know they do spoil it for the rest of them, but they do come under the banner.
They do. I guess they do.
Wait a second.
I mean, they're like a fucking a rabid sect, if you like. They're like
Antifa, aren't they?
No, not at all like Antifa. Not when the words Antifa are literally anti-fascist.
It's getting
Nice
kind of
try, though.
strange.
Nice try to slip it in there.
Mr. Burke,
Sorry, try.
Mr. Burke.
Good
Mr.
lad.
Burke,
Yeah.
it's getting kind of Mr. Burke, it's getting kind of strange, right? When all of a sudden it's being shoved down everyone's throat. And if I say that I'm not okay, hold on. If I'm saying that if I'm not okay with that, then all of a sudden I'm phobic of it. That's
Walk
not
away.
true.
Turn it off. Turn around. Walk away. How about those options?
I can't because it's on my radio, my TV, my everything. So it's being thrown in my face.
Well, I'm sorry. It's not me though. You know, I'm sorry you feel so ill-fitted to modern society. Don't know if your religion's holding you back, but hey, whatever. It's not me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
Being called the moral compass.
The moral compass, exactly. The moral compass is decaying day by day. And then eventually what you end up with is Muslims coming in because they're very strong in their beliefs and they have no problems.
You go from LGBTQ whatever to Muslims and back again like it's the same thing.
Because it is.
Really?
Both are godless.
Both are godless. Okay.
They are. Both are godless.
Okay.
At least I can say that the Jews, at least at the current point in time, only want Israel. They don't want the whole world. So at least they're trying to
you are so fucked
be
up.
civil about it.
I'm sorry, you are so fucked up.
That's Rick.
That's the end of that conversation. Your turn,
Brian,
Vince.
you're
I'll shut
expecting
up now.
too much. Niggy has never contributed to society. Will be long gone before we have to do something.
Niggy's a
on this,
tradesman
so don't
who's
worry.
retired now. So
Yeah,
Vincent's
that's
still a
right.
fat
That's why you were
sweating
homeless, you
running
fucking bomb.
Ubers.
How can you be a tradesman, a skilled tradesman, and homeless? How does that work?
Because those things happen to people, Vincent.
Of course
I
they
don't
do.
lose my trade, though. I never lost my trade.
No,
and I did, and I do have it, and I still use it. Like
of course
today.
you do.
Is that a trade you got in the army?
I started in the army, yeah. The army
right.
gave me my trade. Yeah. Metalsmith in the army. And carried it on when I came home, and there I am, all these years later. Fully skilled, fully dialed in.
Where did you serve, Niggy?
Eh?
Where did you serve?
Where?
Yeah.
In the army.
Yeah,
Yeah, what countries like?
Right, I
Any
tell you what,
conflicts,
I'm going to stop there. It's not something I discuss even with my family.
Yeah, his
I'm gonna
bullshit can't
stop there.
extend that much, Ron.
I
You
know.
have to make the
I know.
questions simpler.
I know.
You can think what you want. I know you're horrible people. You'll do that. But that's where I stop.
Yeah.
I don't even, I'll say it once more and that's the end of it. I don't even discuss it with my family. End of.
No, you have a right to do that. And no one has
How long did you do, if you don't mind me asking?
I've stopped now, mate. That's enough.
All right, okay.
Well,
If you're
Every day,
talking
do they?
about if you're talking about your army,
that was a bit controversial for me, but let's go on to something else. Come on, guys. Let's try and round up to you. I know it was.
if you're talking about your army service, I definitely respect your will to
Same
not
as
want
that.
to talk about that. My dad was in Vietnam, so he never talked about that at all either.
Yeah, well done to your dad. I love.
Niggy was in the
I've got a lot
kitchen,
of
Brian.
family. I've got a lot of family in the forces.
Big up to your dad. He didn't have a choice. Big up to him.
But there again, though, the B-dub, I mean, your father served in Vietnam. At least he got some understanding on how the country worked. He understood. Not saying he would talk about it, but the point is that I'm making is that if you are within the service, and if you served in many different countries and found out about the culture, that would make a big difference in understanding what the fuck you're talking about.
No, it wouldn't, because the only reason why you're over there is for ill intentions. You have no desire to figure out what their culture is at all. You're right.
Well, it's not your job to, is it? You're over there to do a job, innit? And your job is war. So you don't go over there looking at the culture, but you do kind of get an understanding of the culture, although you don't go over looking for it.
Precisely.
That was my point, B-dub, is that you can come back and you can have then your opinion on where you served, if you agreed with the situation or not agreed with the situation, but you're bringing some understanding back with you. So that's my point, is that if you served in the Middle East or in North Africa or anything like that, then you're coming back with more of an insight of that region. If you haven't served in that region, if say after the Second World War, Niggy served in the armed forces, and thank you very much. The point is that if you served on this side of the Berlin Wall, then you don't really get to know what it was like. You're only hearing what it was like on the other side of the wall.
Sure, you're correct, but then you also have to think about, if someone's coming into your country and they're not actually engaged in war, then we have to start thinking about the fact that they are supposed to put their flag down if they want to join.
But what's that
your
got to do with
country.
trying to get an understanding of the war? Like, sorry to interject
That's
there.
it. We come to an agreement. You get where I'm coming from now, Dub. It's if my brother-in-law served in Iraq, yeah, so we come to an understanding more about their way of life. Now, he wouldn't comment. He couldn't comment on how Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and all those areas in the Middle East, how their culture worked. But because he served there, he could have some insight in how the culture worked.
Yes,
that was my point.
He can, but if he was not in a war situation, let's say that you know somebody who's a LGBT whatever, and they go to Saudi Arabia, they will want to throw them off of the top of a building.
Yes.
So it's not the same. You aren't going there in leisure. You're going there in war. So you will understand a part of their culture, but you will never really understand what their actual culture is.
If I was gay or anything like that, I wouldn't be going there at all. Fuck that.
That's what gets me when people turn around and say, "Oh, I don't care," this, that, and the rest of it. Is that go with that belief and a blasphemic belief into those countries. A blasphemer isn't welcome there. A Christian isn't really welcome there. A Hindu isn't really welcome there.
That's good.
I don't speak
religion
a lot of Christians
But Christians,
It's about people who play cricket on the weekend.
but Christians aren't going to want to kill you. This is the point: is that
Exactly.
Christians will read something like the parable of the prodigal son, and they'll go, "Okay, the son wanted his inheritance now from the father. He went off, he spent it, he had nothing left. He's working with pigs. That's the dirtiest work you can do for a Jew. That's the dirtiest work you can do." And the father still allows him to come back. So there is something there to be said. And Christians know that even if somebody wanders away, they can always come back. There's no penalties that are there. It's just wanted that you come back. Now, for them, for the Muslims, if you leave, somebody already said it, you have basically a death penalty on your head.
Yeah.
So
Apostasy is
forcing
not
shit.
taken too kindly there.
Yeah.
What's that?
If you've left the religion, the Muslim religion, you try going back to that country and see what happens. If you turn around and say, "I'm no longer a Muslim, I was, and now I've left," see what happens.
It's a gang. It's a gang.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh dear me.
Well, that's what the point which I'm making is that I've watched so many of these Muslim scholars, which have got millions of followers, and they're all saying exactly the same thing. They're not hiding it now. They're not hiding it. You had an ex-Muslim, having an interview with two of these scholars of today, and he asked them that specific question. He said, "Should I be dead? Should I be killed?" And they said yes, under Sharia law. So he could never go back to the Middle East. He could never go back to a Muslim country because he would be facing the death sentence. That's the difference. You can be a Christian. You can be a Christian. You can leave the Christian faith, and you can just leave it behind. Nothing's going to happen to you. And you can go anywhere in the world that's got a Christian faith. You can go anywhere, and it doesn't matter.
What is he trying to say, Ron? Why are you comparing that with that? Why are you comparing the two all the time? You spend your life doing this. Why? Why are you doing it? What's behind it? Are you a preacher? Are you spreading God's word?
Maybe he is.
Well, maybe he is. I'm asking.
Maybe I'm a realist and I can see it because I've looked at it.
Maybe you should move on.
I've looked into it. It tells you present for 12 years. So far, I've gone back 12 years, and Christians have been killed. Vincent said it, all being taken as slaves. They take children and indoctrinate them to go back and kill their family. This is happening today, and it's been happening so far that I've found for 12 years. But you got these people with their flags going free Palestine, genocide, and all this. But genocide has been happening from the Muslims to the Christians. But I've looked so far for 12 years, and you haven't said a word about it.
You don't understand what genocide is, then.
You haven't said a word about it.
Well, because you don't understand what gender is.
Until now.
There is no ongoing genocide. Go on, talk over me every time. There's no ongoing genocide of Christians by Muslims that we haven't heard about. Do you know what I mean? It might be out.
Mr. Burke, do you agree or disagree that if somebody comes into your country, they should drop their prior flag?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I hate flags. I'm not a fan of flags. I think flags and nationalism cause so
You've got
much.
a massive point there because there's loads of Palestinian flags around where I live, and it infuriates me.
Yeah, some of those people are calling those Hamas flags, and they're not. There's a big fucking difference. Hamas
May
flags,
as well be Hamas flags though, because Palestine hasn't actually got a flag, is it? Palestine hasn't actually got a flag, is it?
Hamas flags are black with squiggly
So
lines.
what's a Palestinian flag then, Nicky?
Is the flag that everybody's flying at the protests?
What the official one? The official flag is there, or is it a mix?
I haven't checked to see if they're sewn in China.
No, because they haven't got an official flag. That's why.
They
Who
don't
has-
have one.
Are you saying
They
that
don't
doesn't
have
represent Palestine?
No, I'm
They
saying
don't
that
have
represents what they wanted to, but they don't have an actual
Well,
flag
absolutely,
themselves.
and it represents Palestine right now, doesn't it?
Wait,
Well, if they wanted to, yeah.
Mr.
If they
Burke.
wanted to, yeah.
That's what you
Mr.
recognise it.
Burke, Mr.
No.
Burke, they don't have one, and here's why.
Thank you.
Because they're gonna sit here and they're gonna let people bomb other people, strap bombs to their chest, do suicide bombings, and then what they're gonna say is that person was never a Muslim to begin with. What you don't understand is that their religion
I've seen
allows
videos
for
of
them-
Israelis literally
allows-
strapping bodies to the front
Hold
of their
on, bud.
Land
I'll
Rover.
finish
Now,
up
you're
real
speaking
quick.
over
Talk
someone,
about
Nicky.
human shield and shit.
I'll
I've
finish up.
fucking literally seen that.
Let me
Fucking-
finish up real quick, because they're gonna say that that person
Move
was
on,
never
man.
a
Move
Muslim.
on.
They're allowed to lie. That's what you don't understand. And there are a whole bunch of countries that are all connected together.
That's
And
the
so
would
the
never
one
lie.
flag,
called
the
North
one
Vincent.
flag that they
Christians never
wave,
lied to me, Dub.
Of course they
Christian
do,
one
but
never liked
Palestine haven't
me.
got their own flag.
Here
Simple
you
as that.
Never been lied
The
to
one
by
It's
a
flag
that
that they
Turkey,
wave.
isn't it? Where they can lie to gain
Turkey,
more.
yeah.
not a proper
Turkey, yeah.
Christian, the ones that lied to me,
Yeah.
because that's half the people in my life.
Yeah,
I know
Niggy's
that.
But it's funny
anything which
what
is
you just did.
anti-West, anti-English, anti-British, or anti-Christian.
You think
Of
so?
course, you
funny
wouldn't have
what
any
you
connection with this country. You have no skin in the game, do you, Niggy? You've never been a contributor.
I'm not the last fucking wet fart of the empire, Vincent. No.
Niggy, you turn around and say anybody that speaks over top of you, oh, don't speak over top of me, but you mainly spoke over top of Doug a whole time that he was speaking. Funny that, isn't it?
Ron. Oh, I'm sorry, Ron. Is that all right now?
No, stop complaining when other people
You
do
stop
it.
fucking complaining. You've been talking all
not
fucking night.
complaining.
Why is he being allowed to be aggressive, JJ?
Fucking shit
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Lefty fucking
my
scruffy
religion's
twat.
bigger than
Why are you
yours.
so like angry? There's no need to get angry with Nicky. Nigel, Nigel, calm down, Nigel. Nigel, calm down.
Sorry,
Evening,
sorry,
everyone.
right,
Good
yeah, I
evening.
can see you there, bruv.
Jamie, save me for fuck's
Look, I was
sake.
looking at
Calm
the
down, Nigel.
I don't know if I can save you, JJ. I can't save you.
Calm. Everyone calm, please, calm. Hello, Jamie. How are you, brother?
Hello, mate. Hello.
Hello, Jamie.
I've really enjoyed listening in. I've
bringing all
really
this
enjoyed it.
controversy in here. You
Oh,
fucking
great.
American dickhead.
I've
Bringing
really
all this
enjoyed
shit in
listening
here,
to it.
which I didn't want, by the way. Go on, carry on, guys.
I apologise, mate.
Do you think that the conversation might need to change for anything for it to become better? What I'm thinking is, if it's just going to be, well, they do this, they do that, and then they can also lie and we're being deceived. Does that help? Does that help at all?
How else do you get to the bottom of a situation then, Jamie?
Well, I've heard it a million times, Mr. Nice Guy.
No, but like generally, say you've got two stories, A side and B side. How do you get to the bottom of it if you don't discuss it? It could
Well,
be
that's
about
the point.
anything. But
That's
like,
why I came in with the. Do we need to move the conversation? That's why I said
He's right.
because it's just repeated and repeated and repeated, and I don't want to run panels where it just keeps getting brought up, and every night it's just well, this religion's bad, that religion's a little bit bad, that religion, oh, that's really bad. Well, what?
We can talk about your golf score. I mean, what do you want to talk about, my friend?
No, it's not that I've not got a problem with the topic. I'm just wondering about the future, and you know, any suggestions on how to improve the situation?
like a gangbang.
That sounds good. So I just talk about gangbangs rather than this crap.
So no, I'm happy with the topic. I don't have about the topic. It's just that the manner in which the topic's being discussed, you know, and it kind of puts a lot of people in the same bracket, and that's not fair, is it? That's wrong, you know.
How so?
Yeah, how?
Well, all right. There's 7 of us in here. Are we all the same?
Well, no, we got one lefty and the rest of us are centrists. Sorry.
One what?
Lefty and the rest of us are centralists.
You see yourself as centrist, honestly?
Well, I don't see you as fucking central myself, Niggy. You're far left. You're the leftist person I've ever fucking.
I'm proud to hear that. If you think
No
Vincent's
problem.
anywhere near the centre, you watch him fall.
And, well, he's not, but he's less bent than you to left, like.
He's less what?
Less leaning to the left than you, then, should we say?
No, he's
Mr. Nice Guy. You just should have said there's 7 of us and one of us doesn't bath.
I think it's probably my best description of him, yeah.
You body in. There you go.
Oh, I've been waiting all night to fucking deal with that idiot chat. And he's giving me it right there. Oh, someone's beat me to it. What a bastard. Oh, fucking hell.
What's that?
Oh, no, don't mention. It's just been for a long time, you know, and you just know him, but I always wait until they give the opportunity.
See, this is how perverted
you're right,
Niggy
actually,
is.
yeah.
Niggy
Thanks
thinks
for the
the
reminder.
Conservatives
I got it,
are far-right extremists, yet they've been shipping in all of his third
Brothers and
world
sisters.
favourites for the last 4 years, and he still thinks they're far-right. So how far left do you think he needs to go, Mr. Nice Guy?
I think he's gone. He's gone far left because he's just left the panel.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll have dropped. He'll be back. Oh, unless he's like, no. Actually, I just realised what you were saying then. Just clicked.
Hold up. There you go, mate.
Sorry, I fell right off. Felt right off.
I'll take that back.
Yes.
Right off. So, yeah. It's all good.
Anybody growing roses this year?
Growing roses?
A few thorns, no roses.
Oh, mate, I haven't got a garden anymore. I used to have a lovely garden, but I haven't got one now.
Growing bloody nettles. Growing nettles down bottom. Right, mess.
Nettle tea.
Yeah, it's really good for you.
Nice.
Talk about the weather. They reckon that the June was one of the hottest, although it is wet, but still one of the hottest, and it's down to global warming.
Of course it is.
Well, there is a trend. You can't deny there's a trend. I mean, every year's been the hottest, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you could say it's a pole shift, though, isn't it? Rather than global warming.
Pole shift.
Like a natural pole shift.
I know it's moving.
Over time.
Why is that heating everything up?
No, but over time, like, so the northern hemisphere over time would become the southern hemisphere, wouldn't it? Like if it was rotating.
Well, apparently, because it's racing away at the moment, relatively, it's going as fast as they've measured it at the moment. Strangely, it's wandering. But I don't know. I don't know what will happen if the poles shift. Does it mean only batteries will go flat?
Is ice chain right? So right is the good guys, left are the bad guys.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh yeah, well that thing as well. That's what I did.
He's
I
right.
pressed on fucking. I've done it again, haven't I? Open a new tab. So political compass. You were talking about how far fucking left I am. I took that political compass thing, and I did it really honestly, and I ended up in the left and libertarian square, about squarely in the middle.
Look me in the eye when you're telling me that. Look me in the eye when you're telling me that.
No, hang on. That's halfway between centre and extreme left. So just left, mate, not extreme. I'm just left wing.
What do you prefer, pasta or rice?
Rice all day.
Rice, yeah.
No love for pasta, mate, at all.
I like it with some meals, but yeah, pasta, rice can go with anything, whereas pasta is a bit, only certain foods.
Nice guy.
Yeah, well, hello.
What's your opinion?
On what?
Ron, he's not listening.
Do you think there's
rice or pasta?
Do you
I'd have
reckon
to say,
good crop of potatoes come the winter?
oh, damn right, yeah. Love the tatties.
Yeah.
Love the spuds, like.
I've
And
got
a bit of rice.
I've got 2 potatoes.
What is that all? Like
Yeah.
2 potatoes.
2 potatoes. I've
Well,
got
that's long, is it?
like little square cloth bag things that are about 18 inches square.
They're all up the hammers.
Fill them up, and I've grown potato plants in them, but I've fertiled them, and I've had all the most of the potatoes as young ones, and left one on each.
You got a greenhouse for you or like
Ron,
well, planting area?
Dubs, Society.
Evening,
Hammers.
Hammers.
Mr. Burke. How you doing?
All right, Hammers, or should I say AJ?
Yeah. How's everybody all right?
Beyonce, you do want to know.
Sorry?
Oh, I was talking to Beyonce on the chat. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, mate.
Yes, and I were talking to Jerry in the chat. 2 types of lavender, I'm blown away.
Lavender?
So where do you get your oranges and which are your favourites?
Never been asked that before.
Seville.
Easy peels in them boxes, small ones now. Get them in the co-op, little boxes.
Oranges come and go in flavour. I like sweet oranges, and sometimes you get dodgy ones, but I think at the moment they're kind of sweet.
These small ones are really sweet. They're like the orange juice you used to
they're
get.
lovely. The little tangerines, don't they? Nectarines.
Yeah.
Should bananas be curved or straight?
Listen, I don't mind a straight banana.
Bent to follow, bent so they can follow an narrative.
No, listen, there's nothing wrong. It's the same as the wonky veg and all that. Like, who made that rule? Was it the EU?
It's all about farming.
I think.
No
it's all
straight
about
bananas.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all about farming with machines. That's what it is.
I'm trying to stay away from politics. That's why I'm asking stupid questions.
I use my hand ejected.
What I remember, Ron, you brought up non-Christians have to pay a jizya. I think that's wrong. They have to pay a dhimmi. Non-Christians.
No.
we're not
starting religion again, are we?
covered this before.
No, I just want to bring this up. That's all.
Amos, don't bring it up, please. I don't want fucking religion.
We're not starting with that again, JJ.
No, I don't want to discuss it.
I'm not having it.
We did discuss it before. When we discussed it, we found it had been outlawed as well.
I didn't want it on my channel.
No, I wasn't discussing it, JJ. I was just correcting Ron about saying that's all.
You're wrong, by the way, Hammers. There you go.
It were outlawed.
Yeah, I
we
believe
discussed it and it got outlawed. Let's move on. It got outlawed.
Look, Muslims pay the jizya and non-Christians.
See you later, Hammers. I told you to shut up. You're not shutting
all right,
up.
JJ.
See you later, mate.
Anyway, how long should a beard be?
Anyone else want to carry on about it?
Yeah. How long should a beard be?
Anyone else want to carry on about this fucking religious shit? Because it really pisses me off.
Well, how long should a beard be? Should a beard be like Dub's beard, that length, or should it be shorter or even longer?
Functional, I think. So it's got to keep you warm, isn't it? It's got to keep you warm, but it can't be catching all the food.
I like that beard, though.
Piss off.
That's a prop. Oh, he's gone.
Where's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pissed off now. I'm pissed off. My schizo's cracked in now.
Yeah, that's all good, mate.
Stupid religious shit.
You did only have the one.
No one hates religion worse than me. Trust me. I love faith, but all bringing up all this fucking controversial crap. Do it somewhere else. You know I don't like all that, guys. It starts going in my head, and I start hearing voices in my head about it all. You know, I'm a man that takes this shit serious, and it fucking goes on in my head, and I start hearing shit in my head, and it starts hurting my head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, go away. Stop shaking your head. Go away, mate.
I just asked him how long his beard should be. He didn't say anything about religion, JJ.
Chicken. Just get rid of him. Fucking geezer.
He was a one subject thing, though, when that's all he was talking about.
He's the one that fucking brought it up. Kept going on and on about it. When I said about 8 times, can we just stop this now? Ron, I ain't being funny. It plays with my schizo. You know, goes on in my head, all this god stuff. It really, really affects me. Sorry. Go on, crack on.
You're good, JJ.
Let me calm down, and then I can come back on if they want to.
So anyway, does anyone want to tell me how this voting system works? Because apparently Reform had like 4 million votes. The Conservatives had like 6.7, but there's like a massive disparity in seat shares.
A great comparison is the Liberal Democrats to Reform. Similar amount of votes, 4 seats.
And St. Jude. Wasn't it?
It's always worked this way, hasn't it?
How though? How?
To never let anybody in. I mean, look at the statue of some of them reform guys that were there just at the back. No one gives a shit. You know, it's to keep them in place. It stinks.
It's
No.
Go on, no, go on after you.
No. I was just curious because
I get frustrated with it. I mean, it's just fucking. It's the trouble is with the system. It's not in when a government gets into power, whoever it is. It's not in their interest then to change this fucking thing. We should have proportional representation. But it's just not in their interest, so they won't fucking do it. It's really fucking pity, but.
Won't be allowed to. It's too much history. Look at the power, and it's just the way it all runs. Like Jeremy Corbyn, when he'd say it's a load of nonsense, they say muttered, and that clip's going around now.
Well, he got in, didn't he? He got in.
He did amazing. He did amazing.
Yeah, so he should. He's a good man.
Yeah, he shocked me. Yeah, he did well without any backing.
He's a good man. He's
well.
I'm going to miss what's his name not being there. Our favourite Scotsman, the bloke that was the cat for a while. What's his name? Pretended to be a cat.
No, what's his name?
Sorry,
I know you.
I really apologize.
Galloway. Yeah.
Galloway. He didn't last 2 minutes, did he? Galloway is gone.
Yeah. It would have been nice. It would have been more entertaining with him in. But
I was fuming not being able to go live because I stayed up all night watching them drop. It was hilarious.
Does anyone have like a hint like why he didn't get back in? Because I know he's only literally just gone in. So why the sudden change?
Well, because Labour had the candidate and they did it before, but I didn't expect that to have the. I didn't think I thought he'd have been re-elected. Did everyone else?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. Just like
he didn't even get on stage.
Just like a formality, I thought for him, like, do you know what I mean? But then I heard he didn't get elected. I was like, rah, shit.
I heard this spin today. He's released a video finally, and he went to all the 20,000 that voted for Workers' Party after none of the media mentioned their names. That's what he's saying today. Thank you.
What do you think he'll do now, Jamie? Do you think he'll go again, or do you think he'll give up?
Well, I don't think he'll go again.
No.
I think that'll be humiliating to him.
I think he's going to rumble on till he dies, to be honest. I think it's all he knows.
Well, he failed in Batley, went on there, got in, and then a few months later got in Barrett. I don't know.
Yeah, what was the time difference between him getting elected and the election by a couple of months?
Less than 6
6 months. Wow.
Yeah. We've got to get the video next time. Yeah, that's true.
Imagine you've upped your family, you've moved like, do you know what I mean? You've moved all your family, 6 months out of the job. Yeah, now.
We'll be here for a while. Pick a house, any house.
Maybe he just took it for granted. Maybe he didn't do any campaigning. Maybe because we didn't see any much of him, did we? I never seen much of him. Maybe he just took it for granted.
What the media on the show, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
So yeah, I was. I've been on cloud nine ever since. Yeah.
Mad, mate.
As a
You
medium,
vote Labour, Nicky, did you? Or
I did, mate. I went out and voted Labour, and they returned that by not electing a single Tory or a single whatever it is in Wales. Nobody in Wales, either Tory, they're all Labour and Plaid.
I wasn't aware of that. All in Wales, to be fair. Yeah. Okay. There's no opposition in the Senate now then, or?
Well, there's still Plaid now.
Right.
Still got Plaid. I'm not sure how many seats they won, but they seem happy.
They're on about extending it as well, aren't they? Like more staff and.
I don't know.
Making it bigger.
But the Senate.
Yeah. More MP, well, not MPs, but AMs.
Yeah. More AMs. Yeah. Oh well. We can never have too many politicians. You know that. Fucking hell. What they worth? Is it 80 grand a year now? They must be on basic grade.
More than that. I think it's more.
Is it?
I think 90 something, was it? Oh, I might be wrong.
What's that starting wage? Is it?
Yeah, starting wage. Yeah. Oh,
flat
yeah.
yeah, flat basic. That. How big would the telly be that you bought with them wages?
How big would the telly be on? It's not how big now, Mr. Burt, it's how thin.
It wouldn't cost me a penny. It would be on expenses.
Oh, so
Wouldn't cost me a penny.
Corner anymore? Then no. On a cabinet corner. Okay. How thin? So thin it doesn't cast a shadow. I saw one that was see-through. Some bloke built one on the internet. A see-through telly. Yeah, until you fired it up and then there was your picture. Beautiful.
Tell you who's impressed me since he lost? Rishi. His speech were really good. I thought he did really well today in Parliament.
I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah, he come across really well votable.
Next leader, yeah.
It's weird. Watch it. You're like, what? He didn't come across like that at all. And it's different.
They'll replace him, or is they going to hang on to him for a while? Do you think?
Looks like he's sticking around.
But I think that's good though, because it gives them time to decide what direction the party is going to go in, and then choose a leader for that role.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Rather than rush it, do you know what I mean? And then they're stuck with that person.
Moss site says he's got enough cash to tide him over until he finds another job. Maybe not though, 'cause Labour will be coming for him now and his wife. He's had it now. 99% tax rate's coming.
Hello. Coffee better, nice guy. Gonna dry that stuff better.
So I've been thinking. Oh, sorry, go ahead, mate.
No, go on, please. I was going to ask you, who do you think they'll replace him with, if they'll replace him?
Penny. Oh, did she lose a seat? No.
No, I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. She's making a lot of noise.
Whoop, whoop, nice. JJ, you've got a super chat.
Oh, well done, Mark.
Oh, thanks, brother. Thank you, mate.
Made it
Thank
to
you.
the...
Getting absolute, thank you.
So before it got really noisy,
Right, can I apologise? But let me just do something.
no need,
When
mate.
religion comes in it. When I was a kid, I was severely abused by religious stuff. Yeah, proper naughty. And when all that comes up, it brings up undealt with issues, and it starts making me a bit dodgy and all that. So I really apologise. I lost my temper. I don't do that often. I just now and again I get frustrated with it. But religion is one of the things that will always hit a nerve in me somewhere, or something that's said, or. So I'm sorry, guys. It weren't your fault. This is my issue. It ain't your baggage. So let me just apologise for being a bit rude, because I hate rudeness and all. You know that. So,
Big love, JJ, lad.
Don't need to apologise, dude. For their own reasons, do you know what I mean?
I've been exactly there and found myself apologising that, it happens. These panels can be, they get tense and you lose your temper sometimes. I've been there. Usually with Welshie.
I mean, that Yankee guy's tried to get on here 3 times, and I said to him several times, can you stop this, please? Can you calm this down? It wasn't you, Ron. You weren't bringing up here. It was him.
I was taking part, so I've got to take part of the blame.
I came up because I wanted to make sure that there were just another side, because it's really important on these panels, just down to making sure it stays around. That we look.
You come up to protect Niggy, Jamie, didn't you? Be honest. Come on now. We all see that.
The reason I said, because I didn't want it to be one-sided. It's important that it's not. And anyway, right, look at what's just happened in this election. We had people in our chats going 50-1 on fucking reform. It's well worth a punt. Well, I mean, so that tells us how dangerous sometimes this can be, because, you know, that would just, so there's just nowhere in a million years that it would 100-1 at some point, and people are like, oh, well, it's worth a tenner, surely. And that might be because of conversations they're listening to. And so you can see how it can be so influences people. And that's why I think it's important to have all sides. That's what.
I bloody, you know what I done when all that was going on? I fucking took everyone's spanners away. I didn't even know I was doing it. Migsy, I took his spanner away for him. I hid him. I hid people. I didn't even know I was doing it.
I wondered what were going on. I didn't know what were going on there.
I didn't realise. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in here. And I was hiding people, and I thought people were being offensive, and I was hearing things, and I'm going click, click, click. I had to reinstate them all. And
I'm sorry, JJ.
no, it's not your issues, man. It's my issues. That's my issue. But I've got to do. Maybe this is a good thing. That's what I've got to look at.
But you're aware of them, mate. So, and that's where I always am lucky, because I always think I'm lucky that I am aware of when I fuck up, because usually we're like, nah, I ain't done that wrong. You know what I mean? Fuck you. You know, and it can get worse and worse.
I shouldn't have got. I shouldn't have got triggered. I got triggered. I really did. I apologise. I got triggered. You coming back up? Hammond, sorry, mate. Can't meet the video, mate.
Wolfie's on a downer. Wolfie.
Go on, Wolfie. Thank you, Jesus. Look, don't start giving me money to make you feel happy, please. It's all fine. They call me a beggar next. I think it's all good, like. Come, right. I hate the guilt afterwards when I freak out, you know. It's the worst thing. You'll get what you think of.
You're among friends, though, aren't you? It doesn't matter as much among mates, does it?
Yeah, it just gets a bit crazy, man.
We all know you're a good man. Jump down, jump down, down.
I am so surprised Labour got in there.
I've just looked for it.
We have Conservative in my manner, right? In here, we have an elder seat since I've lived here, and I've lived here 16 years, and now it's what's the seat?
When you were talking, when you were out with your dog and stuff, like, did you get any kind of hint from the people that you were talking to, like where they were going to vote?
Talking reform. Everyone around here has been talking reform.
Okay.
Reform. I thought, I've done it. I thought, yeah, if it stops a lot of what's going on there, and I don't really know about it. I've just done it really because I don't know nothing about any fake politics. I thought, yeah, that sounds good. If they're going to actually do something, I wanted something new in. You know, everyone was talking about it. Everyone.
Yeah.
Lost by majority, and all I tell you, here in Ireland,
I couldn't get over it, mate.
Yeah.
So that's how out of touch. You know, how out of touch. I couldn't believe, because I was saying I would not be shocked if it went reform, and I meant it. I wouldn't have been shocked, because just being surrounded by everyone of us talking about it, and I think that's got to have influenced us. With mustard on.
No, I think.
I think a lot of people online have gone that route because they've had the conversations. Whereas if you just listen to the mainstream media and not talk to other different views and stuff, you're going to go with the main route. But on here, it's like with the Tommy thing as well.
Yeah,
it's kind of. It looked like it kind of united a lot of people.
So it's not really a cross section here, then, is it?
Well, no, it's definitely not 100%. No, that bothered me. I were a bit gutted. I wasn't gutted. I don't know if that's the right word. I felt I'd not achieved after a year of doing it. You know, I wanted it to be a little bit more open, and I felt, well, it really isn't. It's just how it is. You know.
Yeah.
What it's become.
It's
not become that. It's just what it is. It's not even. It needs some thought.
It's not democratic, is it? You can say they say it's democratic, but when you look at it, it's not really, is it? Because if it was, it wouldn't be first past the post. It would be whoever has the most votes, kind of thing.
We're on about different things, but yeah, you're right. With all them votes, yeah, something wrong.
Talking about democracy, right? What do you
Yeah.
think about over in France that all the parties joined together
Wow.
in order to take the right wing out? What do you think about that? That seems like
The last chance.
That's
is the last
tactics, isn't it?
chance.
seems like
That's
election
tactics,
rigging
man.
to
You
me.
play dirty. When you play dirty, they play dirty, man. If you've got to
It
do it, you've
seems
got
like
to do
it's
it.
election rigging, though, is it not? Oh,
But it's going to go against them because nobody's going to want to be a part of that. Nobody's
They
going to be
came
able.
in third, didn't they? The right wing in France. They came in third, didn't they? Last.
Well, they come first
yeah,
in
but
the,
what
in
I'm
the
saying,
first
it looked like
elections,
they
didn't
was
they?
getting in, and
Yeah,
then
they have two election. They have two election. They have two stages to their election, don't they?
Yeah, but then on the second election, all the left and the centre formed, and the independents stood down so Le Pen wouldn't get their votes.
They do warn us not to be fooled by the first one, but you know, I don't know that much about French
I
politics.
don't know. To me, that looks like a little bit of election rigging. I don't know. But maybe it must be kind of legal. I would have thought something would have been said by now.
Yeah, maybe we just have a different understanding of it. I don't know.
It's the last chance that the centre politics will get to. If that fails, then that's the tipping point. That exactly, and that'll be the same here over the next 10 years. And
so,
but our system, I'm going to have a look. How does our system differ to theirs?
Because we only have one election.
We have one vote, don't we?
Yeah.
They two for 3, do they, and all that? Oh, okay.
They've got two cracks here.
I don't know. They also vote. Do they vote for the president or his party, or because we vote for the party, don't we? Not the individual. Yeah. So maybe they do it. I don't know.
I don't think Labour's going to do a good job in the next 5 years. I think they're going to totally mess things up.
I hope not, and I've been quite. I'm trying to stay really positive.
The thing is, it's going to take a couple of years to the Conservatives put that right.
Do you know what I've heard from? You know John, who does the protest. He says that the police ain't messing about since Labour's got in. Like there's a change in the police, and they're coming down on these left-wing people, these Palestinian protests, and that they're coming right on them. And breaking it all up.
I had a feeling that they might shock a few people, but and you're right, they're going for the extremist, but I think they're going on all extremists, and online conversation will be under attack. They're talking about going for messaging groups and wanting access into them, so keywords, anything that's said to be on a list.
Society, I said, see the online safety bill, it's just been in its infancy. Now Labour's got in, I think a lot of channels are going to go bump, 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 bump. There's going to be channels dropping left, right and centre.
I bet it's true.
I bet they've strengthened their algorithm like unbelievably.
That's why I jumped up. Yeah.
Problem is now the Tories have made such a mess of it that Labour have been given almost unlimited fucking power now. Which I didn't want.
Of course, you know, even down to lockdown when they was having parties and that, you know, giving their mates billions of pounds contracts and that for PPE and that.
Yeah.
I mean, the skullduggery what's gone is phenomenal. It's just outrageous.
Yeah. It's going to take a lot of fixing as well, you know, the shit they've done.
Yeah, but do you really think that Labour's going to get it together?
I think they got something like 85,000 people in the hotels they've got to deal with as well. And I don't know exactly what they're going to do with that, unless they're just going to get the departments working like they should, like they used to.
Well, I personally think they're just going to say, right, the ones that are here, give them asylum, and then let them come in, like give them free passage, give them an identity number or whatever, and possibly allow them to work. I don't know.
Yep, there'll be a massive amnesty.
Then it's not gonna cost them like housing them. I don't know, something like that.
I agree 100%. That's what they'll do, and they'll base it just on numbers alone, sheer amount that they'd have to deal with.
Yeah,
cost effective. So
I think by letting them in and letting them fend for themselves, it takes not that I want that. This is what I see Labour doing. It takes away the financial costs from the hotels.
Can I just reach out to Linoggy in chat and say I'm really sorry to hear you've had a loss? That's so sad and so sorry to read.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lynn.
Yeah,
Really
sorry to hear
Sorry
about
to
that,
hear
Lynn.
that, Lynn. Oh, bless her.
Sorry, Lynn.
All Labour's going to do though is make it legal for them to come over here. So the boat numbers might go down eventually, but the numbers will still be going up because it's legal to come in.
That was another part of my conversation. Then they will say that they've stopped the boats by allowing them to come in freely.
I know that. No, that's where they're gonna. I think this is where they'll have to go strong if they're going to do any sort of amnesty. They can't be wishy washy about it and just keep open policy. That's not going to wash.
I mean, they've promised to get straight up to France, haven't they, and try and work with France.
And they're over there now.
And that's the secret. That's got to be the secret to this problem, hasn't it? Work with the
They've
French.
not really said a lot. Like what they're doing is there've not been much come out really like that. I don't know. Their plan ain't that great so far. I don't know.
Okay, I hope you'll be impressed a bit later on then, because they're going to do some pretty good stuff. They've said 1.5 million houses in the next 5 years. Let's see if they keep it up.
Yeah, I wonder who that's for.
Well, that's
for everybody, I guess.
I'm going to say it's for everybody, and it's not going to be. It's not. It's how we approach this.
Is that true that they prioritise immigrants over other people?
Well, have you seen it? So surely you will show that. Well, I won't go into it. I'm not going to. Because
fucking hell, they haven't even seen it in a week yet, and like Rachel's going, what does the panel think of Labour releasing people from prison after only doing 40% of the work?
Well,
they get released after doing 50% anyway. So,
like in their defence, the prisons are bursting at the seams.
Yeah,
there's more and more gangs getting nicked for their. I mean, when they arrest these ride-out boys, so a ride-out, they jump in the motor, all bellied up, all got scary masks on, and they all got big machetes, and literally hack the person to death. And so they're all nicked. So they've got 10, 15 people.
Yeah.
Like, join the enterprise, that's it. So the prisons are full. What else can they do? A lot of this is low-level crime, like they've got 2 years left or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Not like...
Yeah, would they actually be released or would they be released on tag? 40% then do the...
There'll be
Do you know what I mean?
involved.
There'll be some private funding business contract involved, where they're released onto some scheme, I guess. The risk and problem that where people are concerned is some people, and on both sides of the spectrum, on the far left might argue that prisons should not exist at all, and this is where people worry that it's just going to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And the guy that's been appointed as minister shares a lot of these views. That
we need prisons.
So they would suggest like nothing human is alien. So I had this argument with someone who argued that, and I said, "What? So someone who'd had a sex crime against a child shouldn't go to jail?" And he stood up, and this were a professor at a university, and he said, "Absolutely not." And I said, "That's disgusting." And I said, "That's disgusting." And his words was, "Shame on you." That's what he said to me. This were a lecturer at a university.
I asked you in the chat. They do make money.
Did you say you asked him that question?
No, he put it to me. I asked him that question because I wanted him to go in. I put it to him the most difficult. You know what I mean? And he went, "Yeah, absolutely." He was like, "Yeah, basically no prisons whatsoever because all human behaviour. We're all human, and we should have understanding."
Nah.
Even them panel.
I should say.
I've heard that.
Hello.
Hi, right.
No, the only reason I asked that question was because there was a clip done on it, and they said when they've done the whole of England, we're not even at full capacity in the prisons. When you group them all together and you get the full amount of every single prison together, we're not at capacity. We're actually under, right, by quite a bit, right? But what they're saying is they are now, hold on, Hammers, they're now going to release people. It's all right, love. They're now going to release people when they've only done 40%. There is only one prisoner that they're not going to release, and we all know what that is. I don't need to say it. Right?
Can I ask you a question? If they've got to reduce funding, save money, or that's what they're looking at doing, And what are the other options? Where would we take the money from? Because if you look, I'm thinking, well, I would never touch the NHS.
But if they're just saying that,
risk,
but what other kinds of groups are going to get released from prison, though? That's my question.
I think the violent
Because
ones
at the minute,
are
they're
keeping.
only saying the ones
It's low-level crimes.
the ones that do the crimes against children. They're the ones that are stayed in, right? Then they're going to have to do the full terms or whatever they have to do, right?
And the violent ones as well,
what
probably.
exactly are they releasing early? That's what.
Well, I think
what they're putting out there. You know what I mean?
People were in there for drugs, low-level drugs, and that.
Shoplifting,
maybe an ADH.
Can I ask a question?
Asbo, repeated
Can I ask a question?
But then they'll be released on tags, and there'll be other arrangements like they'll have to sign on or whatever, work with probation, etc.
Yeah,
Well,
I understand. It is bursting at the seams.
Forgotten.
Is it just me, or is his mic really crackly?
Yeah, his mic's crackly.
It's going funny, yeah.
Whose mic? My mic.
Yeah.
Right. Can I ask? Don't prisoners? I'm not familiar with it. Don't prisoners only do 50% of the sentence now?
Yes, under a certain amount of years. Yeah, and I think
And then
5 years. I think
Get
do
a
half.
time off. Do they get time off for good behaviour or something?
No, well, you may get released like a couple of weeks earlier, a month or two earlier on tag, but it's not really good behaviour. No.
Okay.
Depends how long they get. Anything over, I think, what it used to be when I was inside. If you've got 4 years, you've done half of it.
Yeah, anything over, anything 5 or over, I think you do like 3/4.
Anything over that, you've done a third, and you're entitled to parole and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Depending on how you behave in there, of course. But if you get 4 years, you actually are sentenced to 4 years. When you get
Jamie,
out
did you-
halfway, you're on license.
What, mate?
Jamie, did you see that clip about it was about the French vote or something in a anti, as I call them, one.
No. One did what? I don't know what you mean.
You know what's it? It's I can't remember the name. Of
Antifa.
Yeah, they won the vote or something in France.
Oh no! What's happened is there's been a vote.
You know
and
what that's about? That's what.
Yeah, the far right party. This is my understanding. Were taking the lead, and then the two other parties have formed together to kind of push them out, and then it's formed a far left government, which has now caused chaos on the streets.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How would we compare it to what would be happening here? It's like
someone tried, yeah.
Labour and the Greens come in and kick them out of touch.
Someone tried on the news earlier. I think someone said, like, imagine Jeremy Corbyn trying to lead the Greens and fucking SNP and the Sanya and Labour and trying to create a government with them lot. Like,
The Lib
not
Dems
impossible.
joined the Tories, didn't they? They joined the Tories to stop Labour getting in.
Yeah.
And then immediately went back.
Didn't they? Yeah, and Labour's done it before as well, haven't they?
It's not a rare thing, is it?
But I think that's the future. If I were just reading chat as well, how parties are working across Europe. If we had a party system where they had to come together to form agreements, then everybody's a little bit happier. Does that make sense? Instead of it, because no one can get the foot in the door of this system here.
Yeah, but that's just going to go around and argue, isn't it? They're going to go around and argue themselves. They're not going to come to any consensus.
When you take into account everybody that didn't vote as well, 20% of the country voted for Labour, and they've got a massive 411 seat majority. It's crazy.
I didn't vote for anybody because they all say the same crap, but worded differently in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh well.
But that's not going to change, is it? No.
But it's never going to change, though, is it, Jamie? Oh, hey.
But we are out of touch if we didn't see a 411 seat Labour majority.
Why are they letting everyone out?
I think.
Is my mic still bad?
A lot better. It sounds better there.
That sounds loads better, Amy.
Oh, good.
What's the question, JJ?
Why are they letting 40% of all the prisoners out? What's the reason? I thought there was Supermax prisons being built, wasn't it?
So Mickey
Supposed
Mouse.
to be, wasn't it?
story.
He's a prince. It seems to be about principles. It's about.
I
It's
think
not
what
about.
it is it's getting near the. It's not far off, right? It's about. I think it's about a few thousand off. Like the whole. That's for the whole. All the prisons combined.
I think they're suggesting that it's coming to the maximum and they've got to start releasing early. As I
Well,
say,
what
I do
he
believe-
said is,
I
he
do-
has said that. He said the minister that's been elected. He said that a third of prisoners shouldn't be in there, a third of prisoners should, and a third of prisoners are in the middle. And he wants to make sure that the third of prisoners who should not be in prison, the ones with mental health issues, the ones with that are struggling with addictions, should be released. That's what he says.
I agree, man. It's a cycle. Otherwise, you're out.
What happens to the ones with addictions who are prolific shoplifters who's just going to go out straight away, get on their gear and start shoplifting again? And they just
Well, has anybody seen the video of this new little estate that they've just spent £20 million on building for immigrants?
Where's this?
But yet they can't build rehabs and stuff like that. You know, in places,
where do we find that?
places for like to help mental health. You know what I mean?
Where's that then, Rach? Whereabouts?
Joe Vlogs has done it. Sorry to mention the name,
Have you
but
done a video on it? No,
he's
that's good.
done. Yeah, it came to
Let's
his
have to talk
attention.
JJ. I forget. It's never my panel. I always forget.
What happened was one of his viewers, one of his subscribers, got in touch with him and told him about this. And on the video, he's out with a subscriber, looking at this place, and they've just paid 20 million. 20 million they've just paid for immigrants, to house the immigrants. You know, and it said that 20 million could have gone for better facilities for mental health, rehabs and things like that. You know what I mean?
Fucking hell.
Didn't they turn around and say that every borough or every area will have their influx of immigrants?
But when's it going to stop, though? You know, his idea is we'll tackle the people that are doing it. How do you know who it is that's doing it?
Apparently,
you know what?
He set up a new task force to do that, isn't he?
Well, he's I think he's advertised for a commander. A border force commander. That's what he's advertised.
So, just talking about commanders, let's hope Mark Rowley gets his sector and all that.
But the thing is, though, Keir Starmer's idea is to go after the people who are doing it, who are, taking the money off these people and everything. But you're never going to find. You're never going to find them. So if that's your idea of trying to stop the boat, it ain't going to stop them.
We'll see.
At the end of the day, we need to stop the boats themselves, not go after the. It's like hide and seek. You're never going to. It's like finding a needle in a
because there's all
haystack.
middlemen in that course.
But
You know what I mean? You're not
right.
going to find them.
They've said, the Labour Party said the first people they're going to approach over this is the French, and they're going to work with the French. It's their country, their border.
But we've given bundles of money. They're doing
But
nothing.
we'll give what that no. Keir
We don't
Starmer
just
said
we don't
himself
just say
he
no
was
to the
going
French, because
after
that's
the
why we're
people.
where we are.
Nicky, he said
What?
himself he was going after the people that are doing all this, the masterminds of it all. But trying to go after them ain't going to stop the boats, and it ain't going to help it in any way, shape, or form. 2 minutes
Take down the
later,
warehouses.
because at the end of the day, it's like looking for a needle in a freaking haystack. You're looking
Take
for a
down the
needle in a
warehouses.
haystack.
What I've got all these boats in.
Maybe you
Take down
should be on
them.
the team that's looking for them then, Rach, because you need a bit
Because
more confidence.
what I'm
Maybe
saying
they
is
are
he
gonna
needs a
work.
bit more than
They've not
just
even been
going
in
after the
power
people
for a
who do
week,
it.
Rach, and you're lacing them on about this.
No,
Because
he
they've
said
brought it up,
He's-
Niggy.
And now it's come out, he's regretting it. Now, he's
Starmer's
regretting
brought it up.
Starmer brought it up himself, Nicky.
Yeah.
I didn't bring it up. He brought it up himself. And he said the way to deal with these boats, not by stopping them physically, right, was to
What
go
makes
after
you
the...
right and him wrong, Rach?
2
How do you
minutes,
know who's
Nicky.
not gonna work?
If you let us finish...
Well, you're going to say
So
the
let
same
us
thing,
finish
but
what
go
I'm
on.
trying to say instead of keep interrupting us and it takes twice as long.
Go on then.
What I'm saying is Keir Starmer had turned round and said his approach to stopping the boat was going after the people who take the money, the
Smashing the
masterminds behind
gangs.
it, right? Yes, smash the gangs, right? That to me is like looking for a needle in the haystack because you don't know who they are. There isn't any intel, as far as I can tell, out there to say who these people are. So in the meantime, the boats are still going to keep coming. So
Well, maybe
just
the
by
Prime
going after the
Minister,
gangs isn't doing
right.
anything. He needs to do a bit more than go after the gangs.
Maybe the Prime Minister's having a chat with the Secret Service and people like that about this stuff. And maybe he does know what he's talking about.
Well,
That's
he
a
said
globalist
he's
thing,
going to
though,
set up a
Niggy.
new task force for it.
It's a globalist thing, man. It's a globalist agenda.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
It's
and he's,
George
I'm sure
Soros.
he's not just ignoring it and saying, yeah, we'll
But
try and...
he's got to, if it's the agenda, he's got to, hasn't he, really?
It spreads all
It will
through
look like he's doing
America
something.
to the universities, through Google, and then they all preach. That's why you got a lot of these uni people, because they're being taught it but it all comes from George Soros, BlackRock, and Vanguard. I don't know if they're bringing them in through workforce. I don't think that they're an army. I know they're a fighting age in that, but I don't jump on it.
Mickey, there's a difference, Mickey Mouse. He's saying they're the same. Smuggling gangs are the same as Colombian drug cartels. That is a difference.
Well, they're not. I think they're the Kurds are running it now.
The drug cartels, drugs are it's a something that's
Well, it's
demanded.
criminal gangs, isn't it? They deal with anything what makes them money.
Yeah, and I think he's bang on though.
Drugs
In the
is what I'm
sense of
saying is drugs is a demand-led industry. It's quite different from.
yeah, that's the same. Isn't it? There's
sounds
always
about
going to
at
be
the moment,
demand
mate.
for people.
But we don't have a demand for them, do we?
Until Labour
No,
makes
but
it legal
there's a
for them to come
demand for
in.
people to. There's a demand for people to cross the channel. So if you take out one crime boss, guess what? Another crime boss. You know.
Yeah, well,
and
it's
the same with
No,
drugs.
I'm
I
saying
think
we're
that's
not
the point he's making.
it's not something
Hang
we're
on, Jamie.
it's not something we're asking for.
No, we're not. What do you mean?
Well,
No, you
that's
mean
what I'm
no,
saying.
it's not our
Demand-led
demand. No, hang on, we're
Yeah.
not demanding it. It's the demand of the people wanting to come here illegally. They're breaking
Yeah,
the
but
law.
that's not what I was trying. All I was pointing out that the difference is drugs is a demand-led industry. This is different.
Yeah, and
So
the demand
people
this time is
smuggling. So
people
people
wanting to
smuggling.
cross, and the demand is the people.
This smuggling is a demand-led industry, is it not?
Otherwise, it wouldn't be going on, would it?
Crack on.
Supply on demand.
I
Of
can't
course,
change
there's
your mind.
demand. You go through Kelly and see how many of them's hanging around.
Who's
You tell me
demanding?
there ain't a
they come
demand.
here? Who's demanding that we import them?
Nobody's
Nobody's
demanding.
demanding
They take it upon themselves.
But
They
they're
take it upon
demanding to
themselves
get
to do it
over.
themselves.
Exactly like that. They take it upon themselves. It's not a demand-led fucking industry.
Yeah, but if they didn't have the resources to get over here, they wouldn't be able to get over here, would they?
That's not what a demand-led industry is. You're just kidding
And we're not
yourself.
talking about industry. We're talking about supply on demand.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Drugs is demand-led. Do you agree with that?
So people smuggling.
Of course.
To agree with that.
It's all
There
connected,
wouldn't
Nicky.
be-
The same
there
gangs
wouldn't
are
be
doing
drugs
it.
here if we didn't ask for them, would there?
Nicky,
They're
have
not
done,
asking
mate.
for
Chill out.
people to come in,
You're
Nicky.
just being a phone in the side, ain't you?
No, I'm trying to ask you a question.
Well, look at when Farage done his campaign video on the boat. There was France bringing them into our
Yeah.
water.
Escorting them in.
And to
After we've given them millions.
paying them £600 million
Yeah. Yeah.
a year to man
Well,
help man
maybe
our
the Tory
border.
government didn't fucking do it right. Right.
But they're still doing it under Labour now, so you can't blame the Tories anymore.
3 days,
Who's
right?
going to blame
3
Labour?
fucking days. 3 days.
It was in the campaign.
Nobody's even managed to move into the fucking office in 3 days, right? Good grief.
Yeah, but Labour are going to make it legal for them to come in, Nicky. So, yeah, the boats will go down, but the
Enjoy your
migrant
house
numbers
while
will
you
go
can.
up.
Labour didn't say that.
I fear for this country. I fear the next 5 years is going to be. If you
I
think
feel
the
sorry for
Tories
the next
fucked us over,
generations.
can I
I just
finish?
feel sorry for them.
Can I finish, right? If you think the Tories fucked it up, right, you wait and see what Labour do. Sorry, mate.
Right.
Wrong, Phil.
How much experience do you have of Labour in
Sorry?
government? How much experience do you have of Labour in government?
Listen, I remember them the last time, right? I'm telling you that they, because
So,
of what they stand for.
do you want to listen
Hang on,
to
Nick.
stuff
Hang
they
on,
did last
Nicky.
time?
Stop
I'll give you a list
interrupting.
of stuff they did last time if you want.
Stop interrupting, Niggy. I was
Why are you
speaking.
just chatting shit? One thing after another, man.
Yeah, is that why you like to interrupt then? When it ain't
That's why
going
you
your
don't like interrupting. You don't like anyone fact checking you,
What
do you?
about when the Queen brought the ball back and he
Checking.
Bled, he said
Niggy,
he'd push it?
you never bring receipts, Niggy. Don't talk to me about fact checking.
I never do
Listen,
what?
Labour's going to fuck this country right up.
Of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fortune
End of.
teller. You're a fortune teller. And you're going to have a miserable 4 years, man. Good luck to you.
Oh, no, I won't suffer. No, I won't suffer at all. I'm all right.
Well, in that case, they're not going to do that much harm, are they?
Well, they are. I feel sorry for people's kids and their grandkids and that.
Do you?
You know,
Already?
yeah, I do.
After 3 days of a Labour government?
Yes, because
Man,
it's what they're importing.
You're going to have a tough... Because what they're importing...
Yes.
What they're having to deal with is what the Tories have left 14 fucking years
Oh,
ago.
here we go. I knew this had come up from you lefties.
Oh, you think it's why? Isn't it true?
No,
Have we
no.
not
Yes,
done
yes,
that?
yes.
To be
They
fair,
have
to be
left the
fair,
mess.
like
Yes,
in
they've left the
Niggy's
mess. Yes.
favour, Labour are going to have to do a lot of sorting out with the Tory shit before they can get their
I
stuff
do
going.
understand that. Yes.
14 years of talking
Niggy,
about
that Niggy.
13 years, they are definitely the ones that have let them come in and brought them in. So
yeah,
they
fuck all to do with Labour.
No, they're going to make it legal. So to vote, the crossings will look like it's coming down, but they're going to be coming in legal, Niggy.
They're going to give them, they're going to stamp them and tell them to come in.
Which
free
means
passage.
more extremists and everything in my
You think
country.
you're just going to open the gates and let people in?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, they are.
absolutely.
Yes, and they're going to give them ID numbers. They're going to ID
Well,
them.
in that case, you've just swallowed the fucking propaganda. If you think they're just going to open the gates and let them
No,
in,
discuss notes in a
this has
couple of
come
years.
from my own head, my own thinking.
good luck.
I can't see that happening, but if it does, I don't want that.
And then they would say we stopped the vote.
JJ, it's not gonna fuck around.
Yeah, because the numbers are going
Yeah,
down. Look,
because
look
they're
what we've
trying to
done.
keep building £20 million fucking housing estates for immigrants and fuck the British people.
Yeah, talking about that, what happened to that big, was it Bibby Stockholm or something? You know that barge
If
thing?
that
Did they
place has
move?
been built, Rach, that's been built on fucking Tory instructions, not on fucking Labour instructions.
It was already built.
You
Government instructions
already
stop
built.
It's already
whether
built.
it's
It's been
whether
built
it's
on fucking
conservative.
Tory money.
He's
What you're
still
on about?
I only asked the
He's
question,
still
Niggy.
carrying on.
Okay,
He
mate.
hasn't put a stop to it. He's made sure he put a stop to the Rwanda, but that's about it. He hasn't put a stop
Well,
to that building.
was that
if he's
really going
against it.
forward anyway, Rach? Even if Conservatives
So,
stayed
you
in
know what I
power,
mean?
No,
was it
and it
really
was
going
never
forward?
going to happen.
£300 million and two people
The
went.
only thing
Two
he's
fucking
kept
people.
the same from the Tories is the fact that he's going to deport extremists from the country. That is it. That's the only
They
thing.
got to find them
You
first.
haven't read their fucking- Then you haven't read their thing, have you? You haven't read what they're about.
They got to find them
Right,
first.
right,
Well, same as all the others, Nicky. Full of shit.
Guarantee you haven't
say-
read it, Rach.
Well, I just hope that, you know,
If you're taking
the
Joe
generations, I
Blow,
hope that the generations after us have got somewhere to fucking live, because that'll go
Right,
shortly. We are now a
it's almost
minority
like
in our
you're
own country now.
So
No,
then
we
that's
are
better
not.
out.
Wait,
Christians are,
people are
Nick.
actually minorities.
We are
in the
not.
country.
You
Nicky,
are.
you can
Christians
sit
are a
laugh.
minority.
You can
Christians
sit
are
laugh
a
if you
minority.
want. It's out there. It's
Go and do
out
your research,
there.
mate.
It's out there. What's it? You're a
We
you-
are a minority now.
You're not.
We're not a minority. We're not. If you look,
Yes,
if you
we
look,
are. Christians are a minority in their own country.
if you look at the
Nonsense.
percentage of the Muslims there, we're not.
Nonsense.
We're
On the
not.
whole, in certain areas we're a minority, but not on the whole.
Yeah,
We're not on the whole. Thank you, JJ. If you look at it, you can Google it. You can bring it all up. We are not. We're not nowhere near a minority, to tell you the truth.
Nowhere near.
well said. Yeah.
But get other areas like
Use Joe
Bradford,
Bloggs, would you
places like that.
fucking use?
East London, Tower Hamlets, Upton
Yeah.
Park. There's
Massive
little there's ghettos, but we're not. No, the Muslims are very small there, to tell you the truth. It's small numbers compared to the whole.
For the first time in the census of England and Wales, less than half the population describe themselves as Christian.
Has anybody heard about that couple?
Oh, you're Christian.
Anything
All
more
right,
about
okay.
that?
I'm not.
couple
I
just
did
standing
say
in the house?
Christian.
I thought you
no,
meant that's not what I thought you meant when you were talking.
Yeah,
about
no, Christians. Yeah, and that's what I was on about.
Rach, what was you saying, girl?
He's
You
saying
know,
less than half of the.
did anybody see that thing about the elderly couple who stand to lose the house for immigrants?
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
true, Pollock.
What happened
What was that, Rach?
the house was listed as unoccupied, right? So they bought it, done it all up and everything. And even though they've got bills and everything, and the council know it's not thingy, they're still trying to take them to court to get the house off them. So immigrants
Come on,
can have them.
discuss.
Wow.
Dimwit.
Yeah.
Which one was this?
Where was
You
that,
might want to
Rach?
read that for yourself because that isn't exactly how it happened, is it, Rach?
Rach, where
Well,
was
what
that?
about Nicky, man?
It was
I'm
a
just giving
mistake.
it
They
a
admitted
fucking-
it was a
Nicky,
mistake and it's been
don't
cleared
say
up months
nitpick,
ago.
Harris. Do not sing fucking nitpick.
Don't fucking
Harris,
shout
right?
it. There's no need to shout
And
it.
I don't agree with you, and you don't have to agree with me. We can be adults about it,
That
but you don't
story
need to have
isn't. That
sly
story's
little
been
fucking
true.
digs.
That
You
story
don't
was
need to
cleared
have
up
sly
months
little
ago.
digs.
You just don't
You
like
don't
that,
need
do
to
you?
have sly little digs. I'll just
Did it
put
not
it
fit
in
in
a
your
nutshell.
agenda,
I
Rach?
didn't go around
Yeah.
about the fucking houses and tell the long-winded
You
fucking
have been
story.
sly
Go on,
digging all
have a
night,
good
Niggy.
old
Right?
Have a good old shout. Go on.
Niggy, you have been
Fuck's
sly digging all
It'll make
night,
such a
mate.
difference, won't it,
You've
Rach?
been
That's made a
side
whole
digging
difference,
all
hasn't
night.
it?
You've been doing it
Yeah.
to Hammers. You've been doing it to me.
I
You're
think
talking
you
to
should
me,
go and...
telling
Niggy,
fucking stories. You've
Good
got
evening,
you-
JJ.
I'm not making
That's
up
the
a
fucking
story.
news.
I've done it in a nutshell. I've shortened the fucking version down and got to the nitty gritty of it. Right?
but
I'm
you
just
right, I
must
think
asking
you
a
should
fucking
change your man
question.
on, Niggy.
Get off me
Forget about
fucking
it being a
clit.
fucking mistake, Rach.
Stop raiding me clit.
Well,
Get off
stop
me.
Change your
fucking lying
your
then.
man on,
Got a
Niggy. Change
boner
your
on
man
for me,
on,
but I
mate.
tell you what, Nicky,
Riding
go to
your
the toilet, whack one out, son, because you've got
Well,
a definite
stop
boner
fucking
on for
telling
me, lad.
talking
I'm
online then.
telling you. I'm
You are a
telling
bit
you.
twisted
Tell me
tonight,
as much as
Niggy,
you
mate.
want. Fucking bollocks.
I
You know
know
that
fucking
election's done
bollocks.
your head in, isn't it?
Go read the story, Rach. Go read it
I
again.
did read the fucking story and I watched
Well,
the
move
clip
off
as
road
well
dogs
of the
and
two
fucking
people
try and
seeing
read
it from
again.
that thingy. And I
Read
didn't
it
give the
again.
long-winded fucking version like you do, like you go
Want
on,
me to
like you
find
go
it
around
for you?
in swings and roundabouts. I'll give the
Niggy,
short version,
I'll find it for
right?
you. You chat about
And
something
they're
else.
still saying the house is unoccupied, but the
Niggy,
council
can
know they're
you
living
read
in
the
it.
story for us, Niggy?
I will find it for you now.
Fuck's
Thank you.
sake.
Rach,
Jesus
Rach,
That's
Christ.
all you've
can I-
got to do. There's no
Just give
need.
us
There's
Hammers.
no need having a dig at Rachel, right? Just you
You
know,
know what
you
I
don't
mean?
have
All
to
I
say,
done
look,
was just give it a short version of it instead of giving the full story. I just said that
Instead of
it
giving
was
the full story.
unlisted. They bought it. They've done it all up and everything. They pay their council tax. They pay, you know, all their bills and
I
everything's
think
there.
they should blow away if
But the
they've paid all the
council
bills. You know.
are now turning around and saying, no, it's unoccupied when they know it's occupied. The local housing authority
Right.
there are keep
Mm.
saying it's unoccupied when actually it's not unoccupied. It is occupied. They know
Did
it's
you say they
occupied.
was giving that to the immigrants? Did you say
Rach,
that? Or
Rach, is
Yes,
this a new
yes,
one or
that's
an old
what they were
one?
saying. It was supposed to be going to be housed because obviously it was when they were put the government, you know, when they were saying they were going to be purchasing houses and everything,
oh, right.
you know, empty
Yeah.
houses and all that. Well, that's
Yeah.
what it's through. That's what I'm saying. I was just trying to give the short thingy and somebody might have picked up on it, but there was no need to go
Right.
in on us
Yeah.
like that at all.
Right, Rach, can I
I'll
ask?
just give the
Can I
short
ask?
version. Sorry,
Well,
Wolfie.
I'm just gonna ask: is this a new thing that's happened? Because I remember one happening a while ago. Is that
Yes,
the same
that's
one?
the one. Yes, it's the same one. I was
Right,
just
okay.
asking if anybody had any more updates on it. That's all I was trying
Right,
to
okay.
ask.
What's happening, Wolfie? How are you? All right?
I'm all right. Just trying to get a word in.
Sorry.
I didn't even know you was on the
Yes.
panel, mate. Was that
Say
nigga
again,
you
mate.
was chatting?
No mind.
I ain't done pals for
You got
donkeys,
it,
yeah. You
Niggy?
know me, I'm donkeys now.
You're right, Wolfie, lad.
Yeah.
Good lad.
I've made myself a
You got
toy.
your receipts, nigga?
Go on, show us what you've done.
Hang on, I gotta try and hold my phone.
Right,
'cause I'm
what were
fucking.
you saying?
I said you got your receipts.
I'm talking to Wolfie. What are you on about? We just sorted that out, didn't we?
No, I thought you was going to
Yeah,
get a story,
cable
weren't you?
guard. Cable guard.
That's the one.
That's the one. Well done, man.
Go on, anyway, you say it anyway.
Big up.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah.
Go on, you were talking.
I thought you was going to read that story out, nigga.
I was. I can't be arsed, mate.
Ah,
Is that because it doesn't exist?
you never bring receipts, Niggy, mate.
Got no
Never,
receipts.
ever, ever.
No refund, anything, no receipts, no refund.
Never. Whenever he's asked for receipts, he was just going to get it.
Everybody's capable of looking at
He's
it.
one of them ones who wears clothes and
Nigga,
takes
you
them back to
called
the
it,
shop
mate,
without
so
receipts
you
in
got
it.
to get the receipts, mate, unfortunately.
Listen, I'm not. I'm apart from anything else. I'm not a member of the Labour Party. Okay, I just happen to be.
Who's talking about the Labour
Hang
Party?
on. I have
We're
to be
talking about that when the old people was.
You're trying to make me answer for every fucking every.
No, we're trying to make you answer for yourself. You made a point.
I asked you to get the receipts. You was going to get the receipts. You ain't bought them again.
Go find it yourself. You find it.
Calm down.
Change your
Did you
man
see
pon,
that
Nicky.
short? Anyway,
Move
did you
on.
see that short video? Of
Change your man pon.
I'm
Fuck off.
surmising this bloke must be Australian who's done this
Right.
video. Did anybody see it? It
Right.
was funny as hell. What?
You do know that men have periods. Look at Niggy.
It's a full moon tonight.
You dickhead.
You men only have your
You are a bit
periods on full
twisted
moons.
tonight, though, Niggy. You are, mate.
I'm not bothered, mate. I have. I got my medication wrong
You're a
yesterday.
bit twisted tonight. You know what I mean?
Off my fucking head. So yeah, I shouldn't be online really.
What, are you in pain or what? What's going on?
Yes, mate. All that stuff. I take a lot of
Right.
medication for pain. I took the wrong stuff 24 hours ago. I've been in bed for
You're
24
on a
hours.
fair whack of tablets, you.
Yes, mate.
Yeah, not good then, is it?
Lots of
What you
morphine.
need is a stern walk.
Eh?
You need a stern walk.
I can't, mate. I've got arthritis in my spine.
Good shag. A good shag.
Niggy, can I tell you what I've got, right? Can I just explain? Now, I don't want no sympathy. I've got a collapsed foot, right? I've got mid-foot arthritis.
Stop fucking moaning, Hammers. Stop fucking
Hang on, let me
moaning.
just explain. so I've got a collapsed spot, right? My heel sticks up, and all the cartilages in my feet have been eaten by my rheumatoid, right? So it's deformed my foot, and my foot's collapsed. And when I put weight on it, it hurts. But I still try and walk because
Same sort of thing here, yeah?
when I'm sitting indoors,
right, mate.
when I'm sitting indoors,
No,
my
answer.
pain gets
Which one?
worse. When
You
I'm
see that,
outside in the open, walking, just like JJ's in pain and that, he walks.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's in my spine. So, but
You
is
can do
this,
anything you want to do.
is this no, fuck off. I've done all the wanting to, mate. It's been done. Like I say, I'm an old man. I've tried all that stuff. Look, is this the sort of thing you're on about with your things?
What are you talking about? Limp
Can you see
dick.
that? Can you see?
Hey,
Yeah, a limp-
what's that? Limp dick.
Can you
I
see that?
stabbed the end of my finger, the tendon at the end of my finger before. That's like
Oh,
dodgy.
you yeah,
Have
is
you got
that the old?
screen? No.
Yeah, my hands do that. They lock up. Yeah. Well, you
Well,
got
it-
rheumatoid.
It's no, it's osteo. It's in my spine.
Osteoarthritis.
Yeah, I've got rheumatoid and osteo. I'm a greedy bastard.
You're lucky.
Happens in my left hand. That.
You're
I get
lucky.
the same trouble. It locks up.
But do you know what?
Oh, you're on, love.
That's permanent. That is.
No.
Will.
No, I don't smoke. I vape. That's all I do. Vape.
Do you take painkillers or?
If and when needed, but I don't do shitloads because they're no good here.
Get used to them, yeah.
I do take them sometimes because sometimes I am in a lot of pain, so I take a couple and crack on. But anyway, I'm going to have an operation on the 27th of August. It's one of the top specialist hospitals because my foot's so complicated. They got to cut me Achilles, pull the foot out, scrape all the cartilages, put plates on it, pop the foot back in, and we can rebuild
Sounds
you.
like a breeze. Sounds like a
Take a piss, like
Sounds
taking a
awful.
tooth out.
Sounds
Yeah.
awful. Fucking sounds awful.
I don't want no sympathy.
Yeah, no, stop moaning then. Stop moaning then.
I just thought I'd give you my life story.
Hammers, whatever you do, didn't do what I'm doing and tell them that you live on your fucking own because then they cancel your operation.
Are you moaning as well, right? No.
What was that, right? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
I'm saying whatever you do, didn't do what I've freaking done and admit that you live on your own because your operation gets cancelled.
Really?
Yeah. And I wasn't
You
even
were
going
scared.
under. I wasn't
Weird.
getting knocked out. I was going to be awake while they were doing mine on my
Yeah.
arm. Which was, I was having like a regional block under my armpit. to numb
Oh,
the
I've
whole
had
of
them
my arm.
blocks are lethal, aren't they?
So,
mad, isn't they?
but because
Fucking
I said
mental.
I lived on my own, they wouldn't do it. They refused. And I went in the
Really?
hospital. I went in that day. I had nothing to eat after
I
midnight.
remember you was
I
going in the wild back, yeah.
had nothing to drink or anything once it got to 6 o'clock. So all I could do was swirl my mouth out with water just to keep my mouth wet, stop it drying out. And I
Yeah.
get to the hospital. Everything has me weight done, my height done, all them, you know, the little bits and pieces that they do. And then come round, the anaesthetist was speaking to us and
Was
everything.
it the anaesthetist who done it though?
No, it was well, it was a bit of both, the anaesthetist and the surgeon.
Right. Because
So I
I
just
did have
said
it
no.
yeah, I did have it cancelled in October last year because they found a couple of vertebrae in my neck loose. I see a spine specialist and he said, no, I'm all right for the op. But the anaesthetist cancelled that because of this, because he thought if he moves me, I might stop breathing or something.
Rich, you know what it could have been. Maybe
What?
they're short on carers, you know, like home carers, etc. You know, I mean,
Well, no,
I'm
because
just thinking, if you had that
Yeah, you got to have somebody
Yeah,
within
but you
24
have
hours after
if
the
you have
op you off.
and they need 24-hour surveillance, they haven't got the hospital beds and they haven't got the carers, you know, because it's all fucking been wasted. And that's going to be the reason.
The thing was, though, Wolfie, I told them, I mean, I had gone to see the anaesthetist the week before,
Yeah.
so they already knew that I lived on my own. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
So they had
okay.
a week to
Yeah, okay.
contact us and try and sort something out, you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But
Right,
they didn't
okay.
allow
Yeah,
us go
well,
in, get all the checks and everything done, and then just decided that they weren't going to allow us to have it. So I just signed myself out. And they tried
with
contact
carers-
us,
with
come
ca-
back and all that.
Sorry.
Sorry, no.
With
Sorry.
carers, with carers, I think it's down to every different borough. Like all boroughs are different, aren't they?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have needed a carer. They were only
although
asking for
I'd-
somebody to stay with us overnight, and that was it.
Yeah.
But
I'd
I had
refuse
everything
all that.
sorted, man. I had
I've had
everything
so many
sorted.
fucking operations. I have.
It was because I
I
was
had
going to be in a sling, that's why. And they were frightening
I had
case.
about
it
eight.
was-
I had about 8 operations on my fucking arms. Well, I had two operations one night, and then I had about another 4 or 5 operations on my arm.
Well, in my elbow, me nerve endings, the nerve endings that's in your elbow, right? Mine are all shot, right? Mine are knackered now. Plus, they're not in the right place. There's like
I had a problem with, you know, the thing in between the bones. What's it called again? I forgot what it's called. They had to take mine out.
Cartilage.
Nah, it's a little like sac, a little bursa. Yeah, I had an infected bursa. It was like a hammer coming out of my elbow, and it was all like pussing out in there. They had to take it out. And no bursa. Yeah.
I mean, how I found out about it was because they thought I had carpal tunnel in my wrists, right? So she sent us in to have that electrode test or whatever it's called. And they found it wasn't. It was me elbows. It's me elbows that's causing it, causing the numbness and everything.
Yeah.
Because the pressure that the elbow itself is putting on the nerve ending, and then every time I'm flexing my arm and everything, like moving my arms, it's moving the bone and it's rubbing on the nerve. And it's.
Do you know what happened to my left arm? Right, when I had it, where I had it broke, they put plates in both it, but it's ended up fusing. So the ulnar and the radius is fused together, which is a bit strange.
But
You're not breaking,
arthritis
you
is
want
fucking horrible. It is horrible.
No, it ain't doing me like it ain't really causing much problems.
Right. Okay.
Do you feel it more in the winter, Hammers?
No, I don't really. Do you know what? When it happened, right? When I had both my arms broke, I had more pain in my bollocks where he smashed me in my bollocks. They done an ultrasound thing on it, and it was like a fucking volcano ball. You could see it all red and all that. And I had more pain in my nuts. I didn't feel a thing that night because I was high on cocaine.
What is it? What is it about when you have a general anaesthetic, whatever operation it doesn't matter what it is, you come back and when you wake up, you're covered in bruises like they've played fucking rugby with you. What the fuck is that about? They must really
Have you
man.
seen?
bit uncomfortable.
Has anyone seen operations on YouTube and that where they smashing your knee with like an hammer and chisel and that, and they're going crash, crash, crash.
Oh, do you know, I made a mistake once. They were going to take some screws out my shoulder. They rebuilt one of my shoulders, and they were taking some screws out after about a year and a half. And they talked me into doing it just on the local anaesthetic. Said, you'll be in and out in a day. Oh, okay, no problem. So they opened it up. That went fine. They put a little curtain between my chin and my shoulder so I couldn't see it. And it was going all right. And they come to the screws and they went, oh, it's the bone's overgrown the screws a bit. I'll just get the chisel. And they got a little chisel. And it went right through my fucking teeth and everything. It was horrible. I never fucking agreed to that, mate. It was fucking murder.
Have you had an elbow up?
Breaking.
Have you had elbow up, Niggy?
My elbow?
Elbow replacement. That's what they wanted to do on mine, but I said no.
No, I haven't, mate. I had my shoulder rebuilt.
It's one of the number one failing operations. Once you've had it done, you can only lift half a bag of sugar in it.
Yeah.
And I said no. I want to lift the whole bag of sugar.
One for the non-believer. Oh, you can't see it. There you can. Nice big scars across here. But it's still no good. See the shape? Still no good. Crunchy.
I like what Me Chung said. Hammers, maybe he cancelled it after seeing your Hammers tattoo because he's a Spurs fan. Yeah, that makes sense.
I missed that too. I'm sorry, man.
No, you know when I said they cancelled the operation, Me Chung said maybe they cancelled it because they seen me Hammers tattoo and they was a Spurs fan.
Oh yeah. Imagine waking up and they'd taken it off you and turned it upside down and stitched it back on. Things you could do if you were a surgeon, eh?
Yeah, they do some fantastic operations, don't they? Look at when you got an heart blockage or a brain blockage or something, and they go in there with that thing and go boom and just clear it, and that's absolutely amazing what they can do nowadays.
Hey, I tell you what, Newcastle United's gone up in the world to have their meetings up in frigging castles and that new.
Have they bought anyone, mate?
Well, it's just come out that Amanda's, I can't remember, never remember her fucking second name.
What's
but
that
anyway,
one on the board?
She's I think she more or less sees this day-to-day running of the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Apparently, there were was it Alnwick Castle or something, having a meeting about something to do with a transfer. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if somebody's transferring out or what. Or somebody's transferring in. I don't know.
What it is with these clubs, unless if they've overspent, then the financial fair play will get them. Like, so what they have to do, they have to sell a big like 40 to 80 million pound player in order to create funds. This is why it don't matter how rich your club is now, right? They can't put as much money as they want to put in there.
Well, what he does is as well. The guy who owns it, the Saudi bloke, he's been giving her, this Amanda, I think the last one he gave her was 90-something thousand pound to like put back into the economy, and he said it was to go to the charities that deal with so kids won't go hungry, basically. You know what I mean.
They just can't plug shitloads of money into buying players in it, because they punished Everton last season and Nottingham Forest. Everton twice. Now everyone's waiting for them to punish City, but I always say, look, City have the oil baron lawyers, right? The FA lawyers are like taking your local, your local solicitor in the court. They can't match City's lawyers, and that is why City's getting away with it. But so anyway, they've really come hard on this financial fair play. Leicester's coming into Leicester's in the Premiership now, and they will be punishing Leicester soon because they've overspent.
How much is a player, top player?
Well, it depends. If he's a defender or something, you get him for about 40 million. Striker, anything from 70 to 100 million. But as I say, and if you've overspent with this, I don't know how they work it out. It's supposed to be 70% on your wages and that 30% spend on players. But if you sell players, then that adds to your spend.
Take care,
So-
nice guy.
Now, when they bought
Good night,
Newcastle,
guys. I'm off. All right. Good night.
Oh, good night, mate.
Sorry, I'm falling
Yeah.
asleep. It's not you. I'm falling asleep, mate. It's all right.
when they
See
bought
you later.
Newcastle,
See you later.
when they bought Newcastle, they wasn't really punishing people in it, but now they are. So it don't matter how rich your owners are, they can't spend what they want to.
Yeah.
It's really fucked it up.
Well, in a way, it's good for us then, because us in the northeast are getting it. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
look at City. They've already built their team, haven't they? You know what I mean? They're the ones who fucked it right up. They've got 115 charges against them, and I can't ever see them being punished. One, because the FA can't see them. The FA, BT, and Sky can't see them out of the Prem because they will be demoted down to League One or something. But they can't afford them because they need them for the TV rights and everything. Plus, like their lawyers, so they're putting it off. They've got 115 charges, and what they was doing, they was creating money from another like part of what he owned and pumping it in like as a donation or something. And there was lots of other stuff going on, but we'll see.
Yeah.
They're dropping like flies. Maybe they don't like football talk, Rach.
No,
Only me, you
I
and
was
Niggy.
thinking, God, how Newcastle's gone up in the world, you know what I mean? Jesus, we started off with 2 football teams, ended up with 1.
Well, you done well last year, especially when you beat us 4-3. You was falling down like flies, and you ended up getting across the line. He's a brilliant manager, though. I really rate him.
I tell you what, the owner, you know, to see he's a foreigner, because anybody from these shows that's not from these shows to me is a foreigner, you know what I mean? But you know,
what's the fans think about that?
Actually, I've never heard anybody say a bad word yet. I think
Have you
know
got
that compared
a
to
lot of
Mike Ashley. I mean, however,
Yeah.
look what Mike Ashley done
Oh,
to it.
yeah, he was
He
a
changed
bastard,
the
wasn't he?
name of this stadium and everything. He changed it from St James's Park to
the Sports Direct Arena or something, wasn't it?
something like that it was. It was like
No,
that.
you make
So they all boycotted it. The all even this season ticket holders.
Right, yeah. Have you got a gay supporters group and that? Because most clubs have now.
I'm not sure.
I
don't
don't
know.
know. What's their opinion? Because there's are they Saudis?
Saudis, yeah. It's a man.
Yeah,
bloke
well,
from Saudi Arabia.
because their ethos on gays and that is
I
totally
think it's a
different.
sheik. Is it a sheik or something they call them over there? Is that the
Sheiks,
proper-
yeah.
Sheiks, are.
Or Prince something
Yeah.
or other.
Well, he's loaded, put it that way. Who's got,
Oh yeah. See what they do when they buy a club. There's an agreement that they will spend like about 8 to 10, 12 million, 15. Look what City's done. They've done the whole area. But they'll do schools, like shops, this, that, and like they will put loads of money into the local community. That's what they do.
That's what he's doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think it was within the last month or so. Within the last 1 to 3 months that he gave her that 90-odd thousand pound to plough back into the city, and it was especially to go towards making sure that kids never went hungry, basically.
Yeah. Do you go over there?
What it was for?
Do you go over there?
Mm-mm. I never go to the matches or anything. I don't even watch Newcastle matches, but I know a lot
Have you
about
been
it.
yet? Have you been or not?
Never been to
No.
Never been to a Newcastle match. I've only ever watched one Newcastle match.
I can imagine you.
And that was the derby. That was the derby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only one I watch when it's the derby between the black and white and the red and white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. I love football. I do. I
You know,
can't wait
the
till the
hometown
season
of
begins.
Adam Johnson.
So are you still talking football?
Yeah, just
Carry on.
well, talking about players more than anything.
I just drifted
No,
away.
we're done now, mate. We're done anyway.
Okay, it's not my subject. That's all. I thought that's left.
What's your specialist subject, Nicky?
Oh, wankery, fucktickery.
Mine's not football. Mine's not football neither.
Where did Baker go?
I don't know. He dropped off ages ago.
Yeah.
He probably had a food delivery. He normally jumps on just
Or he had a
before
booty
food
call.
delivery.
Or he had a booty call.
Oh, what? A bosom buddy.
Yeah, no, lots of things. Well, it used to be, but as you get older, and I've got much shakier than I used to be, so I can't do a lot of the stuff I used to do. So it's all cerebral.
Yeah, you enjoyed your holiday though, didn't you? I see some of your videos on holiday.
Love that to bits, mate. Loved it to bits. I do get into that. It was lovely. It was lovely, cheap and cheerful. 80 quid the flight.
Does the heat help your pain?
Yes, mate. Lots.
Yeah, my cousin's riddled with arthritis, and that she goes to Spain like for 6 months.
Yeah, I don't blame her, mate.
In the winter.
Helps lots.
Yeah, in the winter she goes to Spain, which is a good idea.
It's a great idea, yeah. Just lying around soaking in some nice warm water every so often. Well,
yeah.
Swimming pool and then warming up. It does me lots of good.
Can't beat it.
I've got a big fat dog here, and he's number one, isn't he?
Yeah, I've got a fat one and a skinny one.
Yeah.
Talking about dogs, that clip I was on about earlier on. I'm surmising it must be somebody living in Australia either, or it's a tourist. I'm surmising somebody like that lives there. But yeah, they had the dog with them, and it was in the water, and the kangaroo was starting to choke it out.
Hold on. Can I just say something? Lynn, we
And he
spoke
went
about
in
this
the water.
yesterday, and I said it was bang out of order yesterday when Michelle was on the thing. I told you it was bang out of order, right? And I won't allow it on my channel. So we have spoke about it, okay? And X is not my friend. I've got a block. End of story. You've gone at me a few times, all right, Lynn? So stop it. It's just like you're winding things up, yeah, and I'm too fucked up in here.
I did remember you saying that, JJ, saying it was out of order. I didn't know the story or anything, but I remember you saying.
I said it. Oh, it was out of order. I've already gone through this. I said it was out of order. I haven't said a word about it. I bloody did yesterday. You just bring it all up again today. It's not that, sweetie. I'm not in the mood for it right now. Go on, Greg. What was we talking about?
I was just on about a clip I had seen the day of a kangaroo trying to choke out this dog, right? And the bloke went into the thing. He went, "I'm going to knock you out." And then next thing you know, you see him going over into the water and everything. And he comes up and he's got scratches all over his arms. It was funny. It was a funny little clip.
Okay. So we were talking earlier. I don't know if you heard it, Rach, or you two, about dogs that people teaching their dogs to talk. Well, allowing their dogs to talk, but with these buttons.
There's a lot of what's them wolfy looking dogs? I can't think.
Have you seen it, Rach? I don't know. All kinds of dogs are doing it. Seen it, Rach?
They sing, don't they? What they called? Bloody hell.
You can get these little buttons, right? Little buttons that you stick on. You can stick them on the floor on the wall anyway, but you stick them on the floor for dogs. And each button, if you press the button, it will say a word or a couple of words, like good boy, biscuit, walkies, stuff like that. Yeah. The dogs are learning to talk. They're genuinely learning to talk. I saw one yesterday, Rach. It got up off the settee, sniffed the baby's arse that was in the cot, went over to where the things were, and went poo, and started going, change diaper, kept pressing that until the bloke got up and changed the baby's nappy for him.
Dogs only like one or maybe two syllables, like.
Yeah.
Maybe
You're meant to keep it short and sweet because they don't understand like long commands.
Yeah,
So, like,
shit, yeah.
for example, I don't know, let's say you've got a dog called fucking Shep. You just see Shep sit. You know, you don't go into it more than that. But I tend to take a break.
My mate, you know.
I tend to take a break in between my dog's name and the command that I'm going to give it.
Yeah, what dog
Just
you
like
got,
for a
Rach?
split second. I've got I've got two actually. May as well say I've got two now because I've just took my son's dog. But I looked after it so they could get themselves away for a few days, and it's been here ever since. You know, so yeah.
And when I'm walking down the road, I got me bully. He's muzzled and that on the lead, and I've got me little Bichon walking behind us. She just plods on behind. People look and they see him, and then they look at her and think that's just a weird mix.
Yeah, I've got a Lhasa Apso and a Yorkie poo.
Ah, they're lovely. The Lhasa, yeah.
The Lhasas. Oh, honestly, man, he's got little mans.
I think I'm going to end it now, guys. Does anyone want to do a live? Want to do one, mate?
No, I'm going to go and watch a film.
I'm knackered now. I'm absolutely knackered.
All right, JJ, lovely chatting, mate. All the best, fella.
Yeah, sorry I went a bit mad earlier.
No, don't worry, mate.
Don't worry about it.
Things have done my head in.
Yeah, it's all right, JJ. Don't worry.
It's all good, guys. Take care. Thanks very much for having us.
All the best, JJ, mate.
Thanks, JJ, love.
Mate, lovely chatting, girl.
You too, love.
Try not to make you quit again, Rach, I promise.
Yeah, come on, bro.
All the best, chat. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah.
Good
Good
night,
night.
JJ.
Good night. Good night, JJ, love.
Yeah, God bless you, guys. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Please take my apologies. My head's really, really frazzled. It went to a place I didn't want it to go. But thanks so much for putting up with my nutcase, my nutcase. I can't speak to my crazy stuff, guys. God bless you. I hope everything's been fine and good, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you later, guys. God bless.